What's up, everybody? It's the 22nd of 2022 August. So it's 2202022.
Hey, you're flying off Wednesday, right?
Tomorrow night. Well, my flight's at 2 a.m. on Wednesday. So tomorrow night, I'm actually I was just looking for a car to get to KL Central so I can fly off. Because at night
it's hard to car to get to KL Central. What time what time you need to be at KL Central?
Well, my meeting finished at 11, so I can depart at 11:10. And then the latest train departing KL Central is 12:02. And by the way, going to KLA using KL Central is super nice because it's like, woo, then you're there already. Yeah.
So from your home to KL Central?
Yeah.
I can fetch you, man.
Sure or not? Oh, you don't lie. Tomorrow you have to work and stuff.
You and your girlfriend.
Yeah.
I send you there lah.
Yeah, talk about another time lah. Later. Okay, anyways.
That's the reason I buy an Audi wagon.
Oh, not to understeal everywhere, right? I'm just kidding, bro. Please don't ram me with your Audi RS6. It's a lot of weight. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, thanks for the offer, Bobby. I'll talk to you later. But there's so many questions, really. Why don't we just start looking at some questions?
Yeah.
And now those of you guys who are watching from YouTube, come and join us on facebook.com/Horizon, because that's where all the chat is. That's where most of the people are. And we can reply you there, that you can chat with other people. And, it's just more interactive over there. Come and join us on facebook.com/Horizon. And also like the page if you haven't, right? Okay, first question. How do you overcome breakdown anxiety when driving a used Continental car going for long distance? Are ECU, TCU modules damage always happen to you? Always. My mechanics told me this happened often. Okay, so first and foremost, right? I've done enduro. I did a lot of long distance driving in my 1 Series when I was doing sales. I never had issues with Continentals. The only Continental I had problem with was my my E30. The compressor died. And it's a really I don't know where this misconception that Continentals are less reliable or break down often. I mean, it's just frustrating to hear this, because it may not be Andy's fault. It's just some mechanics just want to scare people, act cool, act smart, right? Yeah.
Change your mechanic.
Oh yeah. Some mechanics, they don't know how to fix Continentals, so they ask you to keep buying Japanese brands so it's easier. Okay, but ECU and TCU breakdowns are very rare. I mean, I unless you tune it, but I hardly hear claims or like repairs or like changing ECU. It's a very rare thing that happens. I think other things were broken down more, like spark plugs, core plugs, and all those things were broken down more. Fuel pump, radiator leaking, those things are more likely to happen than ECU, TCU damage, right, Bobby? Don't you think so?
Yeah. The thing is this, regardless of brand, they all have ECUs and TCUs. And car making is not the logo is the least thing that you should look at, because at the end of the day, right, a car brand, many car brands source things from the same suppliers. They all buy from the same factories or components makers and all that. So it's not that, this car is Toyota and Toyota manufactures every single thing. No, they source from the same suppliers. All right, so there are only a handful of suppliers that supply all these things. So it's not that simple as the logo. You know, like your mechanic said, oh, this if you see this logo, this logo, this logo, this logo, ECU will die, TCU will die. No lah, I mean no such thing. It's just all right. So hope you are clear with it. And then his follow-up question: what's the known problem of a S400L hybrid? I think you should worry about the hybrid more than the Amatic. But the Amatic, yes, Amatics are. Put it this way, right? Amatics are a rich but lazy person's way of dealing with suspension. Basically, to make a suspension comfortable, right, you need to properly tune it, design it, measure everything carefully, and then make a proper, good, hydraulic suspension with springs and all that. But Amatic is you just use money. You have a air compressor, right? You have a compressor, you have a reservoir tank to store your compressed air, and then from the compressor to the tank, you have a tube, valve in, out, and then from the compressor tank, you have a tube that goes to each corner of your car, in and out, inlet, outlet valve as well, and then each corner of your suspension has an ECU there to measure and then talk back to the main ECU, and then the main ECU would release or what air to each. So it's the problem with air suspension is that because it's made up of so many components, one simple thing that fails. For example, the other day I had a air suspension malfunction warning came up on my Audi. That time I was going about I don't know 190 kmh or whatnot, and this warning came up. So what we found out, and when you go to a place that, I mean, normal workshops, all they can do is to try their best to find the problem and then buy the parts to replace it. If for someone who knows it better, they really are able to test every single component. And then what we found out is one small little nut got stuck. So it was like a nut that screw and then the tube connects and it's supposed to release air. It got stuck and the air couldn't be released. So my car was already at its lowest setting that I can manually press the button to set. But at higher speeds, there is also another lower setting that I can't access where the car does it itself. So the car couldn't do that and the warning came up. And the warning looks like all hell break loose. But at the end, it's a small little nut. And the place that is really professional in doing air suspension, by the way, that is called AE Specialist in Balakong or Sri Kembangan, around there. And we found the problem and the nut cost like nothing. You just replace it for me. So that is one thing. But of course, I've had, and when something is made up of so many components, you're bound to have each of them one by one failing. You just don't know when. Or you spend the money. Sorry, Thomas?
No, I just want to add something after you're done. Yeah.
Or if you're damn rich, you saw that and you buy a whole set to replace it. But it's no longer those days. And then now there are a lot of components coming out from China. I'll give an example. My original air suspension, basically the Amatic itself, the suspension itself. So you have the hose that connects to the air suspension. So it's screw in one. The original German one, the part where you screw in, the threads for the screw is made of plastic. So can you imagine the moment you start removing the hoses and reconnecting back, you're bound to just damage the thread, right? But the aftermarket ones from China, the threads are made of metal. So when you service or check your components, right, you can remove it and screw it back with ease. So yeah. Air suspension no longer costs a bomb to replace because of all these components coming out from China, and with more and more people knowing how to diagnose the problem and fix them. So I don't see Amatic as a big problem to buying cars like these. But of course, there are bound to be workshops out there. Okay, we've checked. It costs you 9,000 to replace one side. They charge you 9,000. Maybe they replace one nut. You wouldn't know, All right.
Yep.
Sorry, Thomas. You want to add on?
Yeah, I just want to add on to what Bobby said about you kind of talk about 50% what I want to talk about, or rather 80%. Which is this: when it comes to maintaining your cars, don't sit with hearsays. Like, so Andy had a previous question about like, don't sit with hearsays, do the research. There are lots of forums out there. Back in the days, there's no such thing as a forum, and stuff. So the mechanic tell you whatever, you can go to 3 mechanics only, right? And then they're all friends maybe. But the point is, there's so much research available online. Don't listen to hearsay. It's like the whole thing about like, convertible this and that. They're not coming from people who own convertibles, right? And this whole thing about air suspension costs a bomb is because, like what Bobby said, a lot of workshops take advantage of this. And I mean, who wouldn't, right? Or they just maybe they change the whole bloody thing, right? They say, I don't know what's the problem, but Bobby, I'm just going to change the whole thing for you, and they legit go and buy a new suspension and put it in, right? And then they solve the problem because they want to guarantee the solving of the problem, and they're lazy to diagnose or don't have the skills to diagnose. Then they just, because it's a lot of work. So the point I'm trying to say is, Andy, and those of you watching this video, don't stick to hearsays. Don't stick to what people say. Talk to people who maybe have experience finding solutions for their cars. Forums are a big place for it. A lot of things there are not entirely real. 50%, take it a pinch of salt, but there's also a lot of legit advice over there as well. It tells you a pattern of certain things. So just don't be lazy lah. What I'm trying to say to Andy is like, don't be lazy. Don't listen to hearsay. Many ways to do it. Okay. Yeah. Because if you're always afraid of this, afraid of that, then don't buy cars lah. Because cars are meant, they have wear and tear. They really have wear and tear, right? Like our aircon at home will wear and tear, right? Our lights will go off, right? It's if you don't want to deal with it, one way you got a lot of money, you just pay whatever. Or second, you do research, so you can save a lot of money. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, quick one here, Satnam. I suggest, now this is very specific. You want to talk about W124, but I believe Mike, I've seen him work on some 124s as well in his workshop. Go to Uncle Mike or Mike Yap at Mike's Garage. Have a chat with him. If you can do it, he will quote you or stuff like that. Or if he can't do it, he's been in the industry for so long, he will know specialists for certain cars. So go and see Mike Yap. That's my recommendation.
Yep. The next question, I know the answer already.
Weekend fun car. C200 coupe or 210 with washer cable. Ayo, bro, leave the C. Okay, I give you this, and then you decide. Okay, I put a booking for the C200 coupe 2016. I remember that. Right, I was like, okay, I'm starting to get a bit more funds for my business. And then I went and saw in the show. I had the 1 Series at the time, the 118i. And then I saw the 3C class coupe. I was like, whoa, it looks so cool. The interior so nice, like the wooden panel, everything. 80,000. I'm like, okay, I want this car. I'm going to put a booking fee. Let's start processing the loan. But I want to come over and test drive the car. So Mutiara Damansara, I drove the car. Halfway back, I'm like, can I get my refund? Can I get my refund? The gearbox is so dumb. Sorry, Mercedes. Sorry, those who drive C-Class Coupe, but I hate the gearbox. The steering doesn't, I don't know where the steering is pointing half the time. And it's just awful. But the interior is just lovely. That's lovely interior.
That's a beautiful car. It is a beautiful car.
I think if you like cruising, maybe the C200 Coupe, it's more newer lah. It's more comfortable. The Cayman interior is very Spartan. It's like the bare bones basic to get around.
Yeah.
But it's the way better fun car to drive, like, in that sense. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, good day, Bobby and all. I'd like to ask, plan to buy Mazda 6 2013, 65K. Would it? A lot of issues on this car?
Which generation is 2013? Oh, the previous one.
Before the uglier looking one.
Oh, that was the year where the new one was introduced.
Oh, really?
65K. Quite high, right? Is it high? Let's have a look. Oh, I have a sore shoulder. Oh my god. Ah. So that was the.
Oh, it still looks. Hey, they haven't changed the shape for so long. Wow.
Yeah. This car was introduced in 2013.
So this is the
Mm.
earlier model. So anything to
The
watch out
first
for?
batch.
Because I know you're aware about certain minute differences between the models.
The first batch. So, I mean, generally they are reliable. Very fuel efficient. You might get some knocking sounds from the arms and all that, but those are just the bushings and all that. And some of them has a buzzing sound coming up from the dashboard. So generally, I don't see it as. I mean, you're buying a 9-year-old car. What's a few knocks and all that when you're dealing with the car, right? So yeah, it's a safe purchase. You can go ahead. It drives really well. Yeah, transmission is good, engine is good. And there are so many out there in the market. So do search around. But of course, I would highly recommend the 2015 facelift. That was the first time where they facelift this car. They changed the entire interior. So with your budget of 65,000, you can probably look around and then try and nego your way with a direct owner or something, right? Maybe you find a deal. Yeah, very nice interior. They changed the entire in 2 years, just 2 years after launching the Mazda 6, they totally changed the interior, exterior, the whole front end. This facelift is damn good looking. This is the old interior. That's the facelift one. All right.
60,000. I guess you expect to spend another, say, 10K for any issues that might pop up with the car, like like say the arm bushings and stuff. So I guess spend a bit more just to sort out some issues. Don't see it as a 65K car. 9 years old, it's a 9 years
Yeah,
old
I
car.
want to say something about people who buy used cars, right? Spend your money on things that matter. When you buy a used car like this, right? I tell you, the coating and the coating and whatnot on the paint of the car, that's the least of your worries. Go and spend your money on proper stuff. Change your arms, change your I don't know, timing chains or whatnot.
Maybe the
These are
damper, engine
ah,
mounting, those things
hmm,
that concerns the driving of the car.
yeah. Even I mean, some people they buy a car right, before they even do the upkeep or making sure the car is in good health, they immediately spend
Look,
money on wings lah, body kits lah, rims
no.
Yeah, don't spend on those things first. Spend inside the engine bay first. All right.
And I guess worst case scenario, if the only thing I think that I think is mandatory other than the exterior is really just tints because Malaysia is hot, right? At least
Yeah,
get a
but
set
these
of tints,
cars
right?
would have, if they bought it
Yeah.
back. I mean, in 2013, I bet this car would have come with tints. I mean, if the
But
tint,
the front, they
is,
rip it off because JPJ of
oh
Puspa
yeah,
Control. Yeah. But other than that,
Tint is-
just if you have the budget for exterior and no budget for interior, then you got it all messed up. Get the engine sorted out first, and the
yeah.
gearbox and the arms, everything. So I think expect around 10K to sort of juice the car up. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Is it worth to add another 50K to get C43 instead of 330i?
you are the
What do you think?
C43 owner, bro.
Okay, no kidding, Vincent. I would rather own the 330i than the C43. Yeah.
Yep.
C43 is a brilliant engine. Don't get me wrong, it's a brilliant engine. But the 330i comes from the new generation. The interior, the infotainment. God, I hate the Mercedes infotainment in that generation. The iDrive is just way better. The build quality interior, I think the 330i is way better. C43 just has a brilliant engine note. It's a fantastic engine note. It's fast, it's rapid, and the highway becomes like nothing to that. But that's the only time where you feel the C43 is like superior.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that comfortable either. Yeah, it's not that comfortable either. So the 32i is a lot more uncomfortable. It's a bit more, right? It's a bit more juddery and stuff like that. So I think it really comes down to your preference, Vincent. I always like handling a bit more, and I think 240 horsepower is more than enough. 400 newton meters of torque is more than enough in the 30i.
What's
So
the
I'll go
horsepower
for
of the C43? The current one.
360. Current
It
one,
used to be
I mean,
360. I think they upped it
the
to
facelift is
380.
380. Facelift is 380. Pre-facelift is 360, and then the 2 liter one, I'm not sure, the new one, W206. But yeah, I would stick to the 30i because I just don't like how the C43 handles, and I don't
Yeah.
like the infotainment system. The interior, the 30i is just better lah, quieter as well. 30i, yeah.
Mm.
But if you like if you never have a V6 in your life before and you want to experience it, hey, I think the
But
engine is brilliant. Yeah,
for
brilliant.
me, I think he's buying new because it's 300K. What 300? How much is the 330i? 300, right?
290 something.
290 something.
Yeah, the final edition now.
Oh, the C43 so cheap. 340.
They're phasing out the 30i G20
Yeah.
for the facelift. Yeah.
So this one has the newer gearbox, right? The
If
new
it's looking at
C43.
the post facelift C43, means 2019
Yeah.
onwards,
Mm.
then yes, you're looking at
Yeah.
the 9 G-Tonic. Yeah.
So in my opinion, 50,000 more for more than almost 150 horsepower. No, not 150, 130 around there. Horsepower
130, yeah.
increase is it's pretty good. I mean, the drive, the 3 Series will be sharper, nicer to drive. And this new 3 Series is actually very rapid. The way it picks up speeds, right, is, I've said this many times,
Yeah.
the B48 2-liter BMWs will outrun my 3-liter N55 engines anytime because they're
Anytime.
so rev happy. But the 43 is a fantastic engine. Note. I suspect one thing, if the price difference is only 50,000, I suspect that in 5-6 years' time, the resale value of the C43 will be more than 50,000 over the 330i. But that being said, this is the old generation C class, so I cannot assume it will hold as well as a peer generation. Because currently the new C class is not so prevalent yet, right? The new C43 isn't here yet.
It hasn't even touched
So
Malaysia, so no news yet.
yeah, and the new one will 2-liter hybridized or something like that. So I think it's not a bad deal for 50K more. It's not a bad deal. All right.
I guess, Vincent, if you want to get the C43, get the facelift one, the 9 G-Tronic. The 7 G-Tronic was very frustrating to drive, especially in the city, especially when you're slow cruising. It's just it doesn't make up its mind properly. 9 G-Tronic is not as good as the 8-speed from BMW, but it's way more way better lah. Right? So get the facelift if you can get on it, and the exhaust sounds way better too. AMG performance exhaust, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Gentlemen, can recommend a good car carpet that doesn't feel and looks cheap. For me, Dodo Trapo have good quality but looks cheap. Bobby, you got this like Wolf's Lamb-ish from China, right?
I ordered from China.
Yeah.
I mean, Zen. I mean, I think this kind of question you just have to search and look around, see which one you like. Right? Some people like Dodo, some people like Trapo. I know there are so many brands now. There's Enzo as well, right? What I know is some are very soft, so they're not durable. Some are really, how do I put this? Really solid in a way, but you just have to go around and see which one you like because there are just so many options out there now.
Then been asking this question since last week, so I'm just going to put my input here.
Oh,
I think he has.
wow.
Yeah. I asked a few times last week because we have so many questions. So I'm going to my input a little bit. Zen, I think you're conflicted with wanting the protection and also wanting the car look nice. If you want the car look nice, like me, okay, I don't have
Stock
any
carpet.
extra carpets other than the stock carpets. So what I
Exactly.
do is I clean them very clean and then I coat it with ceramic coating. So the coating will prevent the dirt from bonding onto the fibers of the carpet. Okay, that's going to take some time, some money. But I just like how the car looks like that, especially in my Porsche, because I just like looking into my car because the interior is the exterior when it's a convertible, you know.
Mm.
So you just that's the only way. Will it get stained? There is a risk. There is a risk. But if you want it to look like expensive and nice, don't put a carpet. Use the originals and just coat it and protect it. And my suggestion for you is that if you know that day is going to be super wet and muddy, then you just buy one of those Trepo or Dodo or whatever. You just put it in the boot and then you toss it into your driver's seat if you know that it's going to be really, really dirty.
Yeah.
Zen. So I hope that helps. Right.
As for me, the reason I bought lamb's wool, very thick carpet, the one that looks like Rolls Royce carpet from China, is, I mean, I know for the fact that they can't, they will wear out very soon because these are lamb's wool. Imagine your shoe on mud and all that, wet, and then you step into it, right? It's gonna make
Confirm
it look
die.
yeah. But of course, after you give it a good wash and all that, it will be nice. But the thing is this, the reason I do it because my wife takes off her shoes when she drives. So I want her to feel comfortable when she takes off her shoe. So that's why I buy this type of carpets for my cars, right? But of course, I also have another set, like what Thomas said, I also have another set of Enzo car mats in my car that are super durable. You can dirty it as much as you want. You can puke on it if you want to, because I was surprised, that, no, the holes they have, right? It holds water so well. I pour an entire bottle of,
Enzo's one,
Coca-Cola, the 1.25 liter, right? Entire bottle I pour on the Enzo carpet, right? It hasn't even spilled out because it's all the pockets are holding it well. So yeah, like what Tommy, if you know you're gonna go like to some beach site or whatnot, then you whip out those carpets, put on your car. All right.
Cool.
Okay.
Izu
Wow.
Half C is asking 60K daily drive, 40% city drive, 60% kampong drive, high speed paved road, budget less than 70K. Okay with second-hand car.
Wow. Very specific parameters.
Okay with second car. Loan or not loan? If it's cash buy, go for Mark 5 Golf GTI, spend 40K ish, zoom it up with 20,000. I think you got a fantastic city drive car and also kampong drive. 320D, yeah, that's a good one. The mileage are really high though. Yeah, get a 320D, bro. Yeah.
Nice choice. Wow, I didn't know they are this price now. F30.
Yeah. Looks good, man. It looks good. It looks good.
Man.
8-speed ZF, handles really well. I saw the review of from Chris Harris, and he did the 320D. And he's like, people accuse him of driving supercars only, and then he did a review for 320D, and he's like, what more do you need? Seriously, it is a really good all-rounder.
Yeah.
I mean, how much more are you going to depreciate? 70K. How okay, maybe after 5 years when it maybe drops down to like what, 40, I guess.
Yeah,
and you're driving a Continental car that when it's launched is around 240 to 250,000 ringgit, so you're getting that sort of value for the car. Go for this, man. I'll pick this over the Golf GTI because it's the top converter, 8-speed. Just check the service schedule. Did they service it well? And please, for God's sake, change the gearbox oil. Everyone says it's lifetime warranty. Please don't. Just change the gearbox oil and filter.
No, it's not. Change it. All right.
Okay.
Wow.
Cool.
Good choice. Very good choice.
Okay, this guy, the Maxon, the dude was talking about paying cash for a car. Now he's thinking about the E90, which one is better. But he also says, I'm more of an Audi rather than a BMW. Okay. Okay, between these two, if you can find the 3288i, go for the 3288i. Of course, it's more desirable in your second value sale. But if let's say he wants Audi, Bobby, what would you recommend for that kind of price range?
What price
You get
range
it.
are we looking at?
The E90 328i is probably around, I think, 40K ish,
30, 40K.
right? Is it around 30, 40K?
Mm,
3 Series. Uh,
is it? What's the price?
I can't find,
Got
bro.
it.
Sorry.
Oh,
I'm using Kali
29,
E90
20K.
325i. Yeah, it's around 30K to, even can go all the way up to 60K for the LCI. Yeah, that's thereabouts. Mm. What kind of
30 over
Audi can you
K.
get?
30 over K will be the 2010 A4 2-liter turbo quattro.
Don't get the 1.8, right? The 1.8 you cannot.
1.8 is CVT.
CVT. But the
Yeah,
engine, the
okay.
1.8, I heard there are more issues than the 2.0, right?
Before 2013, they both have the same problem.
The 8 lot of oil.
But yeah. But so many owners out there have solved this problem because it was a known problem, and almost every single workshop has done this to Audis of that era. So you just need to check whether this car has done the piston ring replacement. It's basically almost equivalent to an overhaul job because you need to move the pistons and change the piston rings. And yeah, after you change that part, it will solve that excessive consumption of engine oil. The thing is this: these cars, I mean, they of course they have other issues that the 6-speed dual clutch. You need to change the by 12 years now. I mean, maybe the previous owner has changed
Has
the
to refresh.
mechatronics. Yeah. So it was, put it this way, it was the early generation of dual clutch and all that. So,
But
but
there's a lot of half cuts out there. Yeah, they share parts with Volkswagen. There's a lot of half cuts out there. Yeah.
a lot of parts out there. A lot of mechanics knows how to deal with them. Very widely known issues. Parts are easily available everywhere. When you compare this A4 to the E90, right, this A4 feels like one generation ahead, even though it's the same era. All right, it's very advanced, and a lot larger than the E90.
How about the interior?
But
Let's take a look at the interior, Chiang.
it's huge compared to the E90. E90 almost feels like one size smaller than this car. So
And the rear seats of the
but
E90 is really bumpy. Yeah.
yeah, but in no way it handles as sharp as the E90 lah. Okay, so you know about that lah. So yeah.
Well,
That would
just to
be
follow up with
yeah.
him, this question as well. There's no 328i for E90. Right, it's only 323 or so 325 for the E90, or
325.
literally. Yeah, so it's only that. Just to add in this. Right. So Max, I hope you got the
For our
input
markets,
from
but I'm not sure if
Audi.
it's from Malaysia or not.
Okay.
I'm,
But
I'm
no,
not
it's
sure if
Malaysia,
it's from
Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Malaysia, he asked a
Yeah.
question for Malaysian ringgit last time.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hope that
I
gives
see,
you
I
a bit
see,
more
I see, I see.
inspiration. Okay.
right.
Mr. Tang Tiam Wan asking, recommend a 120,000 budget for a full 7-seater MPV. Expander for new. 照北料了.
Full 7-seater expander can seat 7. Yeah.
I think it's
Serena,
if you want to
lor.
buy new, I think.
Nissan Serena
yeah.
is a proper and yeah.
Or is it under 20K?
Has the sliding doors and all that. All right. Okay. Or a used Estima. I mean, your budget, right? You can even buy Velfire and Alphas and all that, or Estimas, provided they're used, right? You can also get just one generation ago, the Kia Carnival, fantastic car. All right,
Oh
should be
yeah,
around
yeah.
this price as well.
That is actually a good buy. Yeah. I think they will
Very
sit
good
around
buy.
the price as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And go for that. Look at the last
Around that
generation Kia
price.
Carnival. Get a 2.2 diesel, a lot of power and comfortable, rides well. Yeah. Okay.
Oh
Hi
yeah,
Bobby,
it's
may
about
I
this
know
price.
where?
2017.
Same 120,000 for 2017.
11 something, 2017.
Wow. Hey, good
Yeah,
value for money.
even
155. Oh, okay.
even 100K you
I'll
can
look at
get
that.
100K. Yeah.
There you go.
Mm.
For 80,000 kilometers done, all right, 2018, they're within loan
Yeah, then
range.
worth buying.
Go for the one that's 80,000 one if you can find. Or I think they're same.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
the same. Yeah.
And I think it
Their warranty
rides up to what? Up to 5 years, right?
5 years, yeah.
Mm-mm. No, I was saying
Mm.
this car rides better than the equivalent price range of used Estimas or Serena or Alpha or Velfire. The ride quality of this is fantastic. All right.
You know, I drive the Estima, right? Okay. Worst is the Alphard now. Alphard is like wafty. But the Estima and the Alphard, sometimes you feel right. So at a certain moment, you feel like the suspension of the
Suspension
car
run
and the
out of that.
drivetrain
Yeah. Mm.
and the bobby is like they are like different things and like they're like
And,
separated.
and when you pass rough roads and expansion joints, right? The Velfires and Alphas, they really send in everything, you know. Boom, boom. It's like the suspension doesn't have a lot of travel to deal with this. Yeah. Okay.
ADT. Hi Bobby, may I know where I should look for history of car when buying used car in Malaysia?
No such thing in Malaysia. All right, no such thing.
Well, if it's
That's
still
why
under like
we are.
manufacturer, if it's under manufacturer
Yeah.
warranty, you might
Yes.
find it. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
But other than that, it's up to the owners of the previous owner. I mean, provided you're buying like that car has been with Auto Bavaria for 5 years, and then you bought it over, then you can find stuffs with them, right? But generally speaking, used cars, people service everywhere. So that's why we built this function into our Evo Club, club.evomalaysia.com. So you can add your own car profile, you can add pictures of your cars, and then okay, Chiang flash this. I'll talk about this first. This is our to help people buying used cars. You can go and your car inspected, right? So you can, across the nation there are 52 inspection centers. You can go there and get your car inspected. You pay them, nothing to do with us. Provided you want to buy an extended warranty, then you can buy through us, and then you select one inspection center near where you stay, and then you go there and inspect your car. Maybe the charges are 200 ringgit, maybe the charges are 150 ringgit. It depends on their workshop. But if you were to buy our extended warranty, your inspection fee will be free. Okay, so this is the extended warranty that we have. Once you buy this extended warranty, you can service your car at 82 service centers across the nation, right? To keep your warranty valid, all right? Now, that aside, what I was saying earlier on is that in club.evomalaysia.com, when you set up your own profile, you add your own cars in, you can add pictures of your car. Not just that, once you bought a tire or service your car, you take a picture and upload your picture into that car's service record. So we don't want to do like a service record where you need to type in everything. At the end of the day, a picture will do, right? So you have your own car. Let's say Thomas has a Porsche and then he has a BMW, right? So he can actually go into that particular car and then upload his service records that where he took a picture and just uploaded that. So this is what we're doing for you yourself to safekeep. Yeah. And of course, we are a small company with limited resources. Yeah, I mean, if we could, or if people invested in us, then we will, do a lot of crazy functions and features and all that. But it's not profitable for us to do that. I mean, everything is free. All this that we're doing is free. So yeah, okay.
Yep. So
Yeah,
no
your
such
expenses
thing.
reports. Yeah, you can just load it. All right. And you can
ADT, that's
export it.
why I think for people who are here owning used cars and eventually want to sell them, having a set of all your service records actually
Yeah.
helps with your sale. No kidding, right?
Mm.
Sometimes people say ask for discount. I say I won't, but here's what I can give you. Everything that I've done to the car, right here, service record, right?
Yeah.
That becomes like a bargaining tool because they can go somewhere else and let's say you're selling a 330i, right? Or in 10 years time or a 328i, right? You say, well, I got all the service records over here, all transparency for you. And that guy can give you a 10,000 ringgit discount, 5,000 ringgit discount if you want transparency, right? So keep your service records or use the app function that Bobby created and the team created for clubinformation.com. Right?
Mm. All right.
Yeah, IDT. If you want to know, the best we can do if you don't have the service history is to get inspection. That's the best you can do.
Yeah.
Okay. JP is
Okay.
asking, Bobby and Thomas, all rounder, which brand new car is better, G20 3GOI or G30 520i?
Mm.
It's hard to answer this question, JT, because 3GOI, even though they soften the suspension, I guess end of the day is can you accept it or not? If you can, I think that's the better all rounder. If not, then go for the 520i lor. Yeah.
Yeah, lor.
Yeah.
I personally, I mean, I know the 5 series won't drive anywhere near as sharp as the 3 series, but I genuinely don't like the interior of the new 3 series. I prefer the 5 series interior. And the size of the car, the size of the is more suitable for me. However, the new 3 series is so big, it's like 95% the interior room of a 5 series. So, or 90%
Yeah.
the interior room of a 5 series. So I think both are great cars. Of course, the 3 series is newer. It looks better. Proportions are better. Yeah, I mean, go for the 3 series.
The G30 facelift looks really nice though. I mean, if you park it next to a current generation 3 series, right? The new generation 5 series just looks, wow, the lights
Mm.
a bit Audi-ish lah, but but
Yeah, very Audi-ish, in fact.
yeah.
All right. Okay. I just want
So
to
JT,
highlight
go and try the 3 series. If the
Mm.
suspension you can handle the stiffness or the right, it's a great all rounder. You can weekend, you can daily, but if you can't handle it, then go for the 520. That's my advice. Go and try it. Yeah, try it. Because all this comfort thing is subjective, really subjective.
True. Very true. Okay.
Currently driving an F30 328i, looking to sort. I'm going really fast. I'm trying to go as fast as we can.
Okay.
Let me know if you want to speak to any questions. All right. But let's answer Kok Hong first. Currently driving a F30 328i, looking to sort of an upgrade. Been looking at the M340i and the M3/M4 competition. Looking for a car that can daily but also weekend drives with road trips now. And again, what do you think we should be a better buy?
M3, M4 is very expensive, right? Or is the previous gen?
Competition. 330. My friend bought a M360. He bought an M4 competition for 360.
But it's the F30 generation, right?
F80, F82. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he mentioned F generation. Yeah. So the previous gen.
M4 is around 380, Garage the price 380-ish, 350, 380. And then M3 competition, largely expensive because it's rarer, so it's 400 plus 450.
I think
Yeah,
I think yes, it's an M, but coming from a FE, if you go and buy an M3, I don't know what they call it, like F82 or F what. I'll call it F30 M3 lah. I'll just call it F30 M3. It's the same generation. The thing is, for the first 2 months, you will feel like you got yourself another car, right? Wow, it's an M. There's carbon fiber bits here and there. The seats are different. What about 6 months down the road? 6 months down the road, when you are using it daily as just doing daily stuff, you will you come across feeling that, hey, it feels like I didn't change my car, from F30 to F30. That might be the dilemma that you will feel, maybe. Yeah, you feel like you have a different steering wheel, different gear knob, but generally it's the same car, right? Just that it's faster, louder, bumpier.
oh, it
Um,
handles way sharper. It's a different chassis altogether.
I mean,
You
of
know,
course, of course. I'm saying 6 months, 8 months down the road where you're just using it like that, we're just using it as daily.
Mhm.
But where if you get an M340i, you will feel that you actually got another car. Interior is more refined, better built, way more comfortable than an M3 or M4, way more spacious, and, and fantastic engine. So the fact that you came from an F30, I might recommend you to go with the G20 M340i this round, because
Same.
but getting an M is a BMW owner's dream, right? Every BMW owner's dream is to go into M category. So by all means, even if you get an M3 or an M4, it's nice. I don't know. Thomas always believed that M has something special, which definitely they do. You know, yeah.
M's the way they set up the car is very different than the F's, the normal.
Yeah.
It's the differential, it's the
Mhm.
suspension. The way they weld the car, they mount the suspension straight to the frame, so you go figure how the car will feel like when you drive.
Mm,
Not subframe,
mm.
go straight into the frame. So and the differential, is just fantastic. But having that said, yeah, daily can be a bit tough in these cars for some people. So get ready for a bit of a bumpier ride, and your
Yeah.
passengers as well. It can do road trips as well, weekend drive. But my only thing about the M cars is that you have to push it around the corners, sometimes at illegal speeds, to feel like, wow, this is the M car, right? To really go like, wow, I'm really enjoying. I've got my money's worth of the M car. That is the only thing that you have to consider, Kok Hong, uh, with the M car. But the M340i, everything you do, you go shopping, you go grocery, you go on road trips, and then you go toge, you're like, wow, I get my money's worth every single time you drive the car. The M3, M4, you feel like I get my money's worth only when I whack the car.
How much is the M340i now? 400K still?
I think they're doing 380. They're doing the last batch before the facelift comes out. So they're offering with some great
Oh,
deals right now. Yeah.
I sent something to Chiang. To me, it's like an 80K bump from an M35. You pay 80,000 more.
It's a really good deal. I actually, if I don't, I was actually considering getting this as my daily. I mean, very high among my list, my daily, because it does everything so good. And the B48 and 58 engine is so potent. It's so bloody potent. Oh,
Hey,
looking at this one.
bro, this
Oh,
is an
yeah.
M5.
M5. Oh,
Yeah, 80,000 more from whatever budget that the M340i is. 1,000 more M5. This should do daily really well, and you really feel like you upgraded. Uh, I don't know. I don't know how to put this. The feeling that you have upgraded is very important when you buy a car. If not, right,
yep,
like 2 months down
yep.
the road, you feel like, why am I? why did I end up in the same car? You know, yeah. There's things to explore. You know. So the worst is to
safest
buy a car and then you go in, right? You know where everything is, and then sorry, Thomas.
No, I mean the M340i is the safest choice, right? But I
Yeah.
agree, Bobby. Right now, I think the M3 M4 competition will feel a bit like for you go, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a bigger segment, different engine, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would gladly pay 80,000 more from an M340i to this.
stretch a bit, work a little harder, you know.
Yeah.
Acquire this. Yes,
80,000 is 1,000 ringgit more.
yeah.
I would
And you know
gladly
what?
pay.
If you want to do road trips, man, this is a fantastic car for road trips. And I I know this car is not a slouch on weekend drive. It won't be the fastest up, but you can get some decent fun, some serious, not the serious fun in this car as well. Going up to Genting,
And
weekend
this
drive.
is 4-wheel drive, right?
Yeah, all-wheel drive. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
And
not
you
the
can
best.
show off,
I mean,
man.
I don't quite like the M5s in the M series, but hey, it's an M, right? It's an M,
Mm,
you know. Yeah, yeah.
mm. It drives way better than the F10 generation. By far.
Yeah.
By far.
Hey, Alex, I'm
Okay.
gonna see you soon in 2 weeks'
Uh,
time.
can I highlight this one?
Right. Yeah. Wagon Estate.
Eh? Oh, I'm lagging. Shit. Am I lagging?
Yes, you are. Wagon
Oh
Estate.
dear, I'm lagging. I'm sorry. What happened? What happened?
Yeah, bro, I can hear you, bro. Okay. We'll wait for Bobby to come back. We'll answer this question when he comes back. Right.
Sorry.
Let's
I'm here.
see.
I'm
Are
here.
you back? Okay, cool. Okay.
Mm. Sorry, my connection was like really poor just now.
Mhm. Go ahead.
Oh my god, the delay is so serious. Oh dear.
Go ahead.
Are we dealing?
Hi. Hello.
Is
Okay,
it is it
Bobby's
is it
around lagging. Bobby, reconnect.
huh?
Reconnect. Just try to reconnect.
Can we do the test?
3,
2,
2, 1.
1.
Okay, what? Just a slight lag, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Which wagon estate were buying a Recon 2017 523D G30, right? So it's the latest gen G30 or
This
Volvo
one.
V60. This one?
The G30.
Whoa, so cool, man.
Get this. Please get this. 225,000 is a bargain for this car. Yeah, fantastic. I mean, it's diesel. Get this one. I mean, as nice as the
100,000
V60
kilometers.
is. What?
100,000 kilometers on the clock.
Wow. But these are cars that can do like 200,000 easily. But 100,000 km,
Yeah.
walao eh. Very high mileage. Hey,
So all the
go and tweak
auxiliary
it back to very low mileage just to make yourself feel better.
I mean, the other parts, so you got to watch out the arms and the suspension and all those things. Yeah, but yeah, it's cooler. It's cooler, and if you're gonna own it for a longer period of time, I think this would be a better choice because it's a non-hybrid.
Diesel.
Yeah, less complicated.
And it's larger.
Yeah.
It's huge. And what I love about
Oh,
BMW wagons the most, Chiang, can you show that picture where the rear glass can open up? I don't know. I do not know why Audi do not copy this. The best thing about BMW wagons is this thing, the fact that the rear glass can be opened up. You know, having a wagon, right, at times when you park very near to the wall or another vehicle, right, you cannot open your boot at all. It needs to swing open, right? So having this there is perfect. Just put your shop bags and all that. It's wonderful. Please get this. You know why I highlight this question? Because he commented on our Facebook and said that, oh, I really want to get a wagon after I see your wagon, Bobby, you know, things like that. So he's from Sarawak.
Yeah, it's a cool wagon, man. And bro, I think that you know, the V60 is small, really small. It's like a 3 Series size ish. So it's a segment higher in terms of size. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
All right.
cool.
Okay.
This is a quick one over here. I think 50K is, if it's a really good condition, it's worth it. Again, this kind of cars, condition trumps the price. So check the condition. Uh,
Mm.
you know, but yeah, I would love this engine, the Beams engine and 6-speed manual. Yeah, I'll definitely go for it. 50K, if good condition, good paint, interior is nice and clean, everything is complete. You know, then I think 50K is worth the money, lah. Yeah,
Freaking small though. Saga size.
yeah, it's smaller than the. It feels smaller than the E46, the same era, right? E46,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah. Way
Saga
smaller.
size. It's current Saga size, bro.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so many questions. Ooh.
yeah, man.
Oh. All right, how are we gonna do this? I saw Alfa Romeo Giulia 2.0 Veloce. Uh, 2.0. 288. Oh, high ask, man.
Hey,
How's it gonna
280
service this?
horsepower, you know, bro.
I know,
This has
but where do you
280
service this car?
horsepower.
Where do you get the support after? Because the OBD and stuff, they're not they don't work.
新加坡, you see the background? The background? Chiang, the background? The background? No, no, no. The background of the backdrop. The backdrop of our life.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's where you service your Alfa Romeo. So you go Singapore to service your, your Giulia. All right.
Yeah.
Alfa Romeo Singapore told me this. You know, any Alfa Romeo Giulia or whatever owners who bought a car, if the international warranty is still valid, which is 3 years, let's say you bought a 2020 Alfa Romeo Giulia, you can actually go to Singapore and claim your stuff. They will honor
Nice.
you and they welcome you to
Nice.
service your car there. All right.
Nice.
And for those who do not know, Alfa Romeo Singapore can help you arrange everything if you want to buy a brand new car from them. A brand new Giulia Quadrifoglio or Stelvio or whatnot, right? You can arrange with
And register
Alfa
in
Romeo
Malaysia.
Singapore. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice, nice.
Get it sorted into Malaysia. I mean, of course, you have to get an AP. Yeah. So whether it's worth buying at 299K or not, that's the thing. I believe you really want to get something different, right? For the sake of that, we applaud you and we hope you buy. So everybody will salute you, you know. Yeah,
And bring you to a weekend drives and Evo Enduro.
yeah. So that's all I can say because I know you're sacrificing a lot to get this car because there's no proper support network or whatnot here. So yeah, that's the thing you should consider lah. All right. I mean, there are a few quadrifoglios running around. So I mean, that's the thing with Alpha owners. You know, you guys are brave. So all right.
BRB a bit, BRB a bit. Just one moment.
Okay, okay. I wanna. This is our veteran Evo Enduro guy. So a story about Sean, pretty interesting. He was driving a Honda City, and his dream car was the FD2R. But he was at that stage whereby it's just his dream, but he never like bite it and go get it until Evo Enduro forced him to because his city couldn't make it. He can actually afford. I mean, he works in Singapore. You know, he's from Singapore, but he's a Malay. You know, so the time I was the one who sourced him his FD2R. I have a friend, a French who stay near me, so I hooked them up, and I was like, "Bro, it's your dream," and that was the lowest point of FD2R prices. That time it was about 110 or 120. So I said, bro, you still can get a loan on this. Please, just get it. It's your dream. You can afford it. You know, why from a city go and buy a Civic? You know, there's no point. That's not your dream. You know, your dream is the FD2R. So eventually he got it, and he joined us for Enduro 2019. Transform him, man. Transform him. Now he can join those, you know, those legendary car shootouts where NSX is there, Supra is there, RX-7 is there, and his pride, his FD2R is there as well. A legendary car. So in terms of FLR5, I believe that's the new Civic Type R. Put it this way: when FK8R came out, everybody whoa, and then the new one came out, everybody again whoa. What's guaranteeing? What is it that can't guarantee that after you got this FLR5, let's say it's 300,000 again or 350,000, and the next one's, you know, so that throughout every generation of cars, right, there are a certain car in that generation that in the long run, it will become legendary regardless of what comes next. I think the FD2R is something like that. The FK8R is not. The FLR5 is not as well. Because just like the FK8R, it will be bound to be replaced easily by the next one, and everybody go hoo-ha again. But the FD2R will always be there in its place as a legendary car. So for me, it's a nay. I mean, the kind of enjoyment that you get from that, it's not like you can't get it from a Megane, right? Even though a Megane is slower, right? But if you have an FD2R, you want to experience this kind of large, you know, front-wheel drive manual, more modern one. Maybe you can get a Megane or something different. Maybe then you have two legendary cars instead of selling your FD2R and get an FLR5. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people love this. Yes, it's nice, it's cleaner. Yeah. So that's my thoughts, Sean. All right. What else? Oh, you want to buy both, or you want to buy another one? Then by all means, if you're gonna buy, you're gonna add another one. By all means, because they're so different. Both cars are so different. The FD2R and the whatever that's gonna come, the FLR5. I mean, since the FK8R is a Type R that you can daily super duper comfortably. All right. So by all means. But wouldn't you want to try real life, right? Or have a different kind of car, right? Because at the end of the day, they are the same type of car. 5 doors, 5 seats, Type R badge, fast, engaging to drive. You already have something like that. Of course, the FD2R is slower but rawer, you know. So yeah. I mean, by all means. Okay. But for me, I will spend my money on something different that gives me a whole different kind of experience. Then I have the, you know, different dimensions, you know. All right. Hey, what about your wife? Get a Golf R so your wife can drive also, right? So selfish, both manual cars. Yeah. All right. So Thomas is Thomas.
Hey, you got do with my car later also.
Nice.
Okay, what's next?
What's next?
J. Arvin asking 2013 Audi Q7 3.0 or 2016 Volvo XC60 2.0 T6. Do you have T6 in Malaysia?
That's the yeah.
XC60 or
the old one, 2016 is the previous generation.
oh yeah. Okay.
So they have the twin charge engine.
Yeah.
I have a soft spot with the 2013 Q7. It's just freaking beautiful, even till today. It's a freaking handsome car. As for this generation Volvo, for some reason, towards the end, they went and changed to a dual clutch, the Ford Mondeo dual clutch gearbox, and it has become the
Achilles heel.
yeah. It had a perfectly operating icing gearbox, and for some reason, when they changed to the new engine, they went and did the Ford Mondeo gearbox. It ruined the car, and I think the facelift also ruins the car. The facelift looks, I just don't like the car. So for me, amongst these two, I would go for the Q7 3-liter TFSI. Fantastic engine, thirsty engine, larger car, very, very old infotainment system, but you're going against a old generation Volvo. You're not losing, even though your infotainment is older. So yeah, amongst these two, I'll go for the Q7. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Come.
Wow, so many questions away.
Yeah, I'll answer quickly. Cerato Coupe is a good beginner car. Buy. Okay. Toyota Crown for 280,000. Buy.
Whoa.
Fantastic car. It will be the last generation Crown, and it's freaking beautiful, and you can buy. All right. This one.
Civic FE or Passat?
Civic is the better all-round car in every single way. More comfortable. It's larger. It's more spacious. It's also faster. But I'll go with the Mazda 3. So I just did an extended test drive from a media unit the other day on the Civic FE. Then I realized, because the first drive was a fan's car in Genting, and I was driving downhill, Genting Run. So I wasn't paying attention to a lot of smaller things while driving. After I got the test car, I do not like the front seats. I do not like my driver's seats. But that being said, I am 92 kilo, 179 cm. I just don't feel the seats are well bolstered. Other than that, in every measure, is a better car than the Mazda 3. It's more comfortable, and the new infotainment system matches up really nicely. It drives very much like a VAG Group car. It feels like a VAG Group car, a Volkswagen or Audi, new generation Volkswagen and Audi. It's quiet, it's comfortable, it grips, and that's it. Mazda 3, when you drive it on windy roads, it feels like a BMW. Even though it's a front-wheel drive car, it feels like a rear-wheel drive car, and it's super intuitive, and it has a higher quality interior, and we know the exterior is beautiful, but it's bumpy as hell for rear passengers, and it's tight, and so yeah,
It looks good, man. It looks good.
it's achingly beautiful, and it has
This
that
picture
kind
is
of
not a good picture. This is not a good picture of the car.
yeah. The Civic, right? You would have explored 100% of its handling capabilities in 10 minutes of drive. It's so accessible, it's so easy. You would have extracted everything, you understand it, it's so easy to drive. Whereas the Mazda 3, right, it is a car, it's really easiest car. There are things to explore. As you drive it more and more, right, you will realize that, wow, you can do this. Wow.
How is the engine sound on the FE?
No, this round they pretty interesting. This round I don't know. You don't hear the CVT doing that whining stuff that prevalent. Both cars sounds like crap when you drive past. Both engines are passenger car engines, right? So they both go like, they don't sound good. They don't sound good. I mean, that's not their proposition. All right. So yeah, FE is the better car by every measure, and then I'll get the Mazda 3. All right.
By FE got something
Oh,
Mazda can't do. A ridiculous resale value that will come with a Civic FE.
yeah, Civics. But this round of Mazda products, we'll see. All right, we'll see.
All right, there's a quick question over here. This is the answer. Jono, the Tiguan 2022 engine is the EA888 engine 2.0. The Macan also has the EA888 2.0. So if it's the same engine, would you say Tiguan is a good buy to consider owning on one? So there's a very John. I'm sorry. It's a very it's a good proposition, a good question that you ask, but it's a very narrow one because a
Yeah,
car is not just determined by its engine or gearbox. There's so many things. I mean, interior looks, right? Everything is different, and the Macan's ride is just ridiculously good, right? In
they,
terms of
they,
its
they
comfort
don't. Yeah,
and in terms of its driving capacity and stuff, is different. But the Tiguan is bigger. Right? You got to remember that. And but you must
yeah.
understand why they designed Tiguan. Tiguan is a small family car. Right? It's a small SUV for families. A Macan, on the other hand, is more lifestyle. Lah. It's not. It's really small. It's like a hatchback on stilts.
Yeah.
So you can't really put it in the same thing because they would perform different tasks. So you can't say that
Mm.
would buying it be is better the Tiguan because of the same engine up. No, I wouldn't say so. In fact, the engine is the least of your concern when it comes to buying these two cars. Actually, yeah.
Yeah. And one more thing, they don't just take the engine and just plonk the whole thing in. It never is like that. It's never like
Yeah.
that. There's a lot of tuning. There's a lot of calibration.
Like pairing the PDK, pairing the
Ah,
DSG gearbox. They have to tune
yeah,
it. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's different. It's not that simple. All right.
Put it this way, you can't tune a Tiguan to drive like a Macan. You can't. You can't.
Mm,
You can't do that, right? Even though it's the same engine, and do also dual clutch. You can't tune a T1 to drive like a Macan, right?
mm.
Okay. Okay. Alex Chan, this is interesting. I'm a fresh grad working in Singapore. Monthly salary around 11,000. Hometown in JB. Nice. So planning to buy a
Mm.
second-hand car for weekend use. What car would you recommend for a 60K budget? Cash.
I think his message, right, made so many people fell off their chair. Hi, I'm a fresh grad
Ouch.
earning 11,000 because I work in Singapore. So many Malaysians would like flip the table. All right.
Fresh
So
grad. Ouch.
yeah. Hey, for many Malaysian, they earn 11K. They go and buy. They go and
BMW,
buy.
bro.
Uh, no, they will do the calculation. Hey, wow, Panamera monthly payment only 8K, ma. I still got 3K to use. My friend's only earning 3K only. I should buy a Panamera. Yeah.
Alex Chan, if you're buying cash 60,000 weekend car, hmm, something exciting.
60,000.
What would be an exciting weekend car?
I mean, bro, your salary 11K, spend more lah, help our economy lah. You know? Okay, what car will us recommend for? Okay, there you go. Z4 or SLK or your budget can go 100K, maybe can find a older Boxster or whatnot. Right?
Hmm.
Yeah, for weekend use. This is brilliant. Z4 is brilliant. Okay, what else would you recommend? A Porsche? A Porsche?
Those are
Porsche
nice cars
Boxster.
that have like also the convertible top,
Yeah,
as much as
yeah.
I love convertibles, as a weekend car, I do know some people want to have like the need for speed and like going through twisty corners, but I don't think JB has a lot of like twisty corners. That's the thing. So if I was in JB, I'll probably pick something with convertible lah. And
Yeah,
yeah, Alex, man, you got the money, stretch a bit lah, bro.
yeah
Try a
lah.
Mazda
So
ND. It's a nice one. If you can fit in the ND, get an ND, man. They look good, man. 130,000, 140,000, get the ND. You know, um,
yeah,
mm, Yeah, get
Or
the MD.
100K 987 Boxster should be able to
400K.
get 100K. Yeah.
So he has to put a down payment of 30%. So if it's a 400,000 ringgit car, that's around 120,000 ringgit. Wait, no. 10%, 120,000 ringgit. So
Bro,
on
not
top,
like
you have to
that.
loan, right?
Bro, the reason he go and work in Singapore, right, is so that he can save up money. Now, whatever money he's supposed to save up to spend on the car, then his remaining salary, right, is
Okay,
what he earned in Malaysia.
okay, Mazda ND is a good proposition. All right, it's a good proposition because okay, it's 130,000. So your 60K budget you put in, and then you loan the
Yeah,
other 70,000, and you can exit anytime. These cars are
yeah,
desirable. You can exit anytime. Okay,
yeah.
so go for the earlier 2.0 soft top. Get that car stretch, and oh my god, it looks so good. And sorry lah, bro, the Mazda rides way better than the SLK and the Z4. It just just everything is a better car. Although it's underpowered by a lot of people's standards, but it's
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Try to get
All right.
131, Alex. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Ernest Victor, dilemma: get Golf GTI or VW Passat. I mean, it's nothing to dilemma about, Ernest. Um,
Get a
Golf
GTI.
actually have very good. Okay, you probably worried about Golf, okay, new GTI or used Golf R. Okay, let's talk about Golfs. Golfs actually they are somewhat practical. They're not that small. Don't say, oh, hatchback, no space. Actually, Golfs are actually okay if you
Yeah,
have a
they're
family
very
of
practical.
people. You can still get around. 4 people, you gotta be very smart with packing, right? If your kids and stuff, but you got babies, right? Or they are on a stroller and stuff, then maybe you might suffer with the Golf. Okay, then the Passat may be a better thing. But if you have like I guess 6 years old, 7 year olds and stuff, you don't need those stroller stuff. You can still go on a family trip, but you got to be really smart with packing, right? But it's not it's don't hatchbacks are not that small. They're actually okay one. And the Guilos, they use it for their family car. Yeah. I would favor the Golf because it's more dynamic, it's nicer to drive. Yeah.
Hmm.
Or like what Chiang is saying here, hey, get the best of both worlds. Get a wagon, get a Golf wagon. So you got more space, and it's a Golf R, 7.5 R, freaking 300 horsepower. So
That's
you
some
can
rare
still
shit there.
like,
All right. There you go. Your proper family car.
Ernest, now you don't have to contemplate anymore. If you're a family guy, get the Golf R wagon. I would do it if I was family guy versus the
Yeah.
Passat. Yeah, if I have to be, if I'm forced to get the space because my kid needs the space or whatever, you know what? Screw the Passat, get the Golf R wagon. Yeah.
Hey, toilet break.
Okay. Let's see what other things that we can look at. Let's see. Anyway, guys, before we look for the next question, if you're enjoying this video, please help us smash the like button. I would really appreciate it. Whether it's on my channel, whether it's on Bobby's channel, or you're watching from Horizon, please smash it. And we got another, I guess, 45 minutes of showtime. So share this with your friends. If you share it on the page, help us spread this. We're doing this with no like there's no like financial incentive for doing this. We just want to help people find the car that they like. So we would appreciate if you help us shout out. And please go and like Horizon page as well, right? Okay. Ernest already answered. Okay, Kinson, just a quick one of how to join the car community, weekend drives. Kinson, you can join club.evomalaysia.com and then we will post our weekend drives over there. But as a default, we always meet at Evo Club tri-stations. You can find these on Waze. There are 3 stations. There are Shell, Petron, and Petronas. Okay, so most people gather around Shell, and then you can drive to wherever you want to go. Some people want to go KKB, they want to go Bukit Tinggi or Genting, but most people actually go to Genting. So it's a great place to just start hanging out. So yeah, every Saturday, most of the time, once every week, every month, we'll do a Sunday. Okay. And for friends who come and join this, please don't rev your car at the temple. Last time we had people going up to the Chinsui temple and started revving there. I'm sorry, guys. That's
Yahweh.
really, really not. It's not cool at all. It's a place of worship. I mean, I pray
Yeah.
there, so it's not cool, right? So, at least I somewhat enjoy exhaust noise, but some people who are praying at the temple may not enjoy the exhaust noise. Okay, so please keep it to the minimum there. Okay.
Oh, so many questions.
Okay, Chris L. Hey, gents, in your opinion, is it worth paying 150,000 for local spec MX-5 2.0 soft top 2016 70k km mileage? Your thoughts? The new ones
Hi.
will go around 180, but then they're 1.5 with the soft top from Japan.
Yeah. Bye.
Yes, just check. Get it to a proper check before you buy it.
Yeah.
Yes, I think you look 10 years down the road or 20 years down the road, right? People are going to look for MX-5 2.0 soft top, red color.
Yeah.
People are going to look for this car. It's a car that I think there are very few cars that people would after the time pass, people want to spark that old flame back, right? They want to go back and buy it. Like okay, E90, they are great cars, but no, most people are not going to say that. Well, I really want to buy an E90 back, right? They don't have that like oh, I didn't manage to buy the E90, then I want to buy it now. No, I mean, or the Civic or the 3 Series, right? But the Mazda has that appeal. The Mazda MX-5 have that. Man, I didn't get to buy that last time. I'm going to buy it this time, right? Yeah. The Mazda has that appeal. And that's what the Mazdas do. The Mazda 3s and the MX-5, they have that appeal, man. Yeah, worth it, man. Worth it. Go for it. And I think auto or manual, not too important. Of course, the manual will be more desirable, but people who might want to buy this car, some of them just want to cruise, like Jared, he just cruises
That's
the
the
MX-5.
thing. This car, right? I thought, wow, must get manual. Then when you drive it, right? Auto can lah because the engine is normal passenger car engine.
To go fast in this car, you have to
Yeah,
just carry a lot of things on the corner. Yeah.
yeah. Just get an auto will do. It's fine.
I mean, I like the manual, but it's not a deal breaker. It's not a deal breaker. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so go for
Answer
it,
this.
bro.
This guy repeated many times. Sorry. Oops.
Click. What's that?
Oh, sorry. You finish your question first. You
No.
finish
I
already?
just want to say that the newer ones, they're from Japan, 1.5 soft top. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that people will be looking for the 2.0 a little bit more than 1.5. I believe.
Yeah.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
Bobby.
Just a quick one. Expander. So I see him repeating many times. So just get the expander. It's better than the other two. All right.
Wow,
Woo!
congrats.
Woo! Hey, come and join us. Hey, every time I go drive, I'm so lonely,
Why so
Come and join us.
lonely?
Congrats. No, because there are no other 6 Series, apart from POW coming out from Singapore, right?
Bro, I saw in Chu Yang's shop, right? There's a 840i convertible that looks like your car.
What?
Dark blue color, white seats, convertible. It's like Bobby's future 6 Series upgrade. But I don't think you'll get it because the rear seats are unusable.
Yeah. And you know the 8 Series, the new 8 Series is smaller than my 6 Series? Yeah.
The rear seats?
No. The entire car. The new 8 Series is smaller than my generation
The
6
new
Series.
series is huge, man. It actually makes the AMG GTC convertible look small, bro.
Yeah, it's smaller. The measurements, everything, right, is smaller than the 6 Series.
Wow.
Okay.
Wong is saying he has an FD2R, right? So what is the replacement for FD2R not older than a 10-year-old 300,000? Wong, you can't replace the FD2R, bro. You can't. I mean, there's nothing to replace.
I mean, MCO this budget maybe lah can get lah, but now the prices have shot up so much, right? I'm not sure, man.
The problem about FD2Rs, they are so highly strung, right? And so like racy, right? And with the four
Yeah.
doors, it's hard to replace it. But I guess if you want a modern version of a hooning car around, the GR Yaris can do it. But I don't think the engine is as potent. It doesn't give you that potent kind of experience. That's the FD2R, when you hit the throttle, it's like, whoa, like it's just like madness in the throttle response that
Yeah.
a GR Yaris wouldn't. I don't think it will give you. I haven't driven it, but my
I
suspicion
think
it
it's
doesn't have.
turbo lah, because the
Yeah.
GRS is turbo lah, but then is that engine is fast, way. It's like freaking rapid. Let me see. 300k 300k. 2015 Lotus Elise 250 Cup
Oh.
or 2011 or 13 Evora. Lotus prices have gone up so much, they've gone crazy mad. So yeah, something more hardcore than your FD2R would be a Lotus, you know. Yeah, or what, 300k. I don't know, man. You from a FD2R, you go into a Porsche that is about 300k, and like, oh, this feels so comfortable. Is this a Camry? Or FD2R?
Not more than 10 years old though. So the Lotus, but you're right, Bobby. Porsches will feel a bit mild for you because they are more they're great cars, but they're not like that crazy. Unless maybe Sibong is ready to sort of like lay back a bit. Then yeah, the Caymans are great.
Megane
Mag
RS,
1, the engine not potent
Megane
enough.
RS.
They're fast now. They're fast, but not potent enough for sure. But yeah, it's a good substitute, I think, because it's a different. It can go rapid. It's a rapid car, but Megane RS, to get the manual, it's really hard to find. Especially for the Mark IV.
But again, I won't trade an FD2R with one of these.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
these
I'm
are
kind of stuck,
faster.
right? I'm like, although if I can get a Megane RS 250,
Yeah.
280 with a cup chassis with the manual, it's like, yeah, it's a faster car, but
Mm.
I can't that madness of that engine, right? The only car I think that has the same madness, right, bro, is a A45S.
Yes, I was just about
Yeah.
to say A45. Get an A45 or CLA 45 or whatnot. Those cars
Yeah.
are mad balls. Yeah.
But bro, I think right, you should try an Lotus, because if you're if you driven the FD2R for such a while, I assume,
Mm.
you know, I think that the Lotus Evora 3.5 V6,
Yeah.
man, that the way the car
True.
goes and the way the car take corners is like you really feel like you're in a racing car, right? Lotus have that spirit in it.
And
Try a Lotus.
moreover, FD2R, the experience that FD2R gives you, apart from the speed, you already got everything that a front wheel drive sporty car can give you. You already got all of it from the FD2R already, or a hatchback or whatnot. So to go further, you may want to buy something that has a totally different configuration that adjust your learning curve again to learn something else again, maybe something like that, I guess. I mean, because from an FD2R, if you go into anything like Megane or Golf R or whatnot, right, it would just be like a walk in the park for you.
Yeah.
To extract
And you probably
performance.
max out the car's performance in a short period of time.
Yeah, in the
Coming from
second day,
wow.
you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So an Evora would be cool. I mean, when he mentioned not more than 10-year-old, it's because of reliability and all that, right? But yeah, but it's a Lotus Toyota engine. So this I think this joined our drives before, this owner.
Yeah. And I got another recommendation as well. This one is be stretching in the budget a bit. I don't know if it's still there. I actually do like light super lightweight cars. So there's a Lotus Elise 250 Cup. right?
Oh.
It's 340/48, 1.8 supercharged, 0 to 100. Listen to this, 0 to 100 in 3.9 seconds. Okay.
And the
So
name is called
now,
Elise, right? It's called Elise, not Exige.
yeah, it's an Elise. So it's really
What the
small.
hell?
And yeah, you get the same hardcore racing kind of feeling in Lotus, right? But it's a road car. But it's a mid-engine now. So the game changes. The game actually changes.
And
And
then
when you look at your car, you're like, damn, I got something different, right? So you can quench your thirst. And maybe Ziyong is like, oh, okay, I don't know Ziyong well. Let's say he needs the FD2R for daily because it's 4-door. Then why not get a Myvi or get a Picanto and then drive around? Drive around.
this will be epic. The Elise Cup.
Yeah, because
This car is epic.
I always have a soft spot for Elise. They are the quintessential. They are this like lightweight small car, screw power. We just give you the
Road Leaguer
best
go kart.
weight to power ratio. Yeah, I have a really soft spot. If I want to get a Lotus, it will be this one. Yeah, it'll be Elise. Although it terrifies me, the S1 I driven, it just terrified the shit out of me. But man, it's so visceral. It's so insane. Like you come up with a car, right? Your Americano tastes a lot better. Your dim sum tastes better. Everything tastes better because the car is so
Life is
small.
beautiful. No, you go for morning drive, then you come back, you saw your father picking up the newspaper, you go and give him a hug, I love you, Dad. And he was like, what happened?
Your car is so low, you can probably drive next to newspaper and then you can pick it up yourself and then give to your father. Oh man. But yeah. Overpriced, yes.
981.
So Ziyong, we were saying
Oh.
that it's a great car, and I think that you can really have fun based on your capability. I assume like because you drive a FD2R. But what we are afraid is that it's very like it's not like enough like a
But it's a 981. You can do daily. You can do practicality way better than the Lotus. Right?
Xiang, show the silver Boxster 91S.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good buy. That one is a good buy.
Yeah, okay. Ziyang, Zhiwong, check this out. Chiang's going to bring out something really cool for you, all right? Really cool for you. Not the red one, bro. The silver one. There's a Boxster. Chiang, stop looking at them again.
Boxster, Chiang, Boxster, the silver Boxster.
Boxster,
The
get
one
a
that
Boxster. Okay, while Chiang is pulling out the Boxster, here's a little something interesting. You know why the Germans name it Boxster? It's because it's a Boxer engine in a Roadster. So a Boxster.
Ah, okay, cool. Oh, Ziwon said he saw it silver with red interior. Bye. So apologies.
Bro.
We
Go
were the
for it.
ones who caused prices for boxes to go up. At one point, you can buy 981 at 190K at one point.
Yeah.
But it has gone up back to close to 300K. So
well, I think it'll be a great car for you because now convertible. All right, you one thing that makes FD2Rs mad, right? It go. Just type Boxster S. Write immaculate. Write the word immaculate, then you'll find it already. Right? Don't put 981 Boxster S and then write immaculate. Is the sound of the car, right? And 981 gives you the roughness of it, but it doesn't give you like so rough and sharp. It blunts away the sharpness, so you can actually enjoy the oral experience. So it's loud without being sharp. Okay, and it's
sorry, you continue. Sorry, Thomas.
Oh, and it has it's not entirely VTEC, but it has that feeling like the going up like very muted 0 to 4,000, and then then 4,005 6,000, like the opening up of the valves is really apparent in the car. This car, I don't think Togo's car can give you the kind of feeling. You'll get this from this one over here, bro. And oh my god, bro, look at the color, man. Oh, so sexy.
Yeah, it's the same spec as Thomas's Spider. So you can park next to Thomas and ask him, bro, why you didn't spec powered roof?
Why you spec manual? I got PDK.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. I mean, everything in this car is so good. The steering is great. The handling is great, and I mean, sure, it's 300,000, but man, that experience on the ears, man. You know,
Yeah.
that loudness without being sharp. Very little cars can do that. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
So,
yo.
yeah, get this one. This is a good spec. Very good
Oh,
spec.
so beautiful, the car. So beautiful.
Yeah.
Somebody get
Nego
it.
the price.
Somebody.
Nego the price.
After
Nego the
Thomas go and
price.
buy it, and then Thomas will have a Spider silver and Boxster S silver.
Okay. Quick one. Suren Raj has been spamming here. Okay.
New
Both cars are
Volkswagen
really
Passat.
good. Both cars are really good. They have updated the 320i with the LCD speedo, I heard. So both cars are really good. You just go and test drive it. The Passat used to be more spacious, but I think the G20 is also very spacious now. So yeah, man, it's really up to you already. Both cars are great. So I cannot pick one for you. Yeah, I can't pick one for you. Both are
The
good.
Passat will be more comfortable.
Yeah,
I think.
the
But
G20 is also very
G20,
comfortable.
yeah, lor.
Also
There's
very
also
good.
like, yeah, lor. So
Yeah,
are they far apart in price?
I think I don't know 10-20K difference probably, maybe more than
But
that.
you know what?
Yeah,
Actually, the engine doesn't matter, lah. Never mind. Yeah.
yeah.
Fun.
The G20i has less power lah. It has like what 184.
180 plus.
Yeah,
180
yeah.
plus.
It has less power. But
I think the 320i will be a better, more fun car to drive, like more dynamic, than the Passat. But again, it's
Yeah.
not far off. They're like okay. I think to sum it up, I think the Passat is like slightly to the comfort side, and the G20 is a bit more on the funner side. But they're not like super far apart. They're sort of near, nearish.
You literally can't feel the difference in driving dynamics in day-to-day usage, provided you are someone who is very accustomed to rear-wheel drive car. You dare to drive until your car is a bit like that, like Thomas, like that. Then the G20 can do things that the Passat couldn't. But how many person drive like that? I mean, I don't drive like that. So
I mean, when you go around corners, a rear-wheel drive car feels different too, lah. Right? It feels like it's like whoa, you know, the feeling is there.
True.
Yeah.
True. And I feel the Passat suspension in terms of dealing with our daily roads is more superior. You can literally fly over slums and all that. Yeah. So you go and test drive them and okay.
Both and both you won't. Both are not a bad choice. That's the thing. Both you either way you won't feel like you can't make a bad choice between these two.
Yeah.
I just want to try.
Thomas, you have to look at this one, Thomas.
Whoa! Because of you, I cancelled my booking for Ativa. I went for Mini Cooper Club and JCW. Yes. Yes.
Good job. And welcome to Enduro, you know, or whatnot. And join the mini gang, go for drives, go for outing. It's a car that every day you open the door, you sit inside, you look at its interior, you'll be like, you know.
Walking to the car makes you feel special. Just walking to the Mini is like, oh, the Mini is greeting you.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Congrats. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Wonderful Macintosh. Bobby and Thomas, if you're giving a budget to buy a weekend car below 200K that will hold its value, which car would you get? Preferably something is loanable.
Can take loan, can hold value below 200K, weekend fun car. MX-5?
Yeah, convertibles are great weekend cars, and you probably hear this in our recommendations. Get convertible. Is the idea of is a sense of occasion. You know, you want something that when you jump in a car, right, it's like, wow, so different. Like so different compared to like you look forward to like, wow, Saturday coming, you know, like you wanna look
Yeah.
forward to that.
Now
Yeah.
I'll just give you an example. Wonderful Macintosh. The first generation MX5 is trading about 70 to 80,000. First generation MX5. All right. At one point they were going for like 40, 50, but now they were going like 70 plus 80. Second generation is just not available. I mean, they are so rare and not desirable. So not many people love the second gen. The third generation, they hover around 100,000.
Yeah,
Okay,
bro.
so
That's high.
a brand new fourth generation MX5, be it 1.5 or 2 liter, is now currently available from 140K to about 180,000. So let's say you buy a 140,000 one or a 150,000 one, right? How low will it get when the first gen is holding its value at 70 plus and the third gen is holding at 100K? You buy a fourth gen at 150K, right? It will take a very, very long time. No, you can drive it for like 2 years and you still sell at 140K, 150K. So
Mm.
it will only go down to 100K when it is no longer available for loan. That will be year 2026. All right. So MX5, it will hold its value like crazy. All right.
Um, a non-convertible option is a Mini Cooper, lor. Mini Cooper S, JCW. Yeah.
Yeah, they hold their value as well.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, MX5 lah. I mean, try the convertibles. It's really it's an experience you can't quantify with like logic lah, right?
Yeah.
Go for convertible. And then if you really don't like it, then try the Mini. I think Minis are great weekend cars. You know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. This is a great car as well. F32 428i. It's a weekend car. It's a fantastic car. Any common issue? No. They are very reliable. Just get it inspected, get it checked. It's a fantastic car, 4 Series. Never miss this car. You know, it doesn't pop up your mind. Look at the prices: 130 something thousand for a 4 Series.
Wow. It
It's a,
was out like
it's a
400 plus
bargain.
thousand when it was new, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bargain. So and it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. It drives beautiful. Drives way better than the C Coupe. All right. So yeah, it's still a very good car. Uh,
All right, let's take a look at a few more questions. Uh,
wow,
right.
this is interesting, bro. Are you able to answer this one? I know you, sir. This is difficult.
Okay, this is like ouch. Okay, the 86, I like it, but it's kind of old, and the Swift Sport is so fun. It's so fun, but
It's
then
crazy.
150,000 for a Swift is like, oh,
Yeah, man.
it's like Nick. I would. I think a good in between is a Mini Cooper S. I'm gonna throw Mini Cooper in again. But if I really
No,
have to
Mini
choose
Cooper
one,
it doesn't drive as good as the Swift Sport.
Swift.
Swift Sport
No,
would murder a Mini Cooper in handling.
86 I think 86 is one of the most underrated cars outside there. Even the GT86, the chassis is amazing. Just you got to carry a lot of speed into the corner lah. But it's a really fun car. But you got to push it hard, really hard. And I think the Swift Sport is easier to go faster. Yep. But for me personally, okay, I take the 86. I speak for myself. But for most people, I think the Swift Sport is fun. It's really fun.
It's
Yeah.
mad. It's mad.
Yeah.
It's such an amazing car. Such an amazing car. Ooh. what?
Okay. Samuel is asking,
Why
should I
not?
trade in my 997 C4S for R35?
Why not?
No, I wouldn't do it. Sorry.
Okay, I would say do it because you can swap back anytime. Because both both cars are currently sitting at a static value. You know, they both are like 200 something thousand. So your 997 C4S is gonna be there, this value, and you sell it, you get an R35, experience something different, a different level of speed, sound, uh, uh, I mean, it's just crazy overall. And then at any given time, you want to trade back to a Porsche, by all means, right? 997s are everywhere, GTRs are everywhere. So you can
Sam
go in
Yong,
and out. Yeah.
I got a proposition for you. Because the R34 is a front engine, it's heavy. I mean, I'm sure you can go fast. There's no doubt about the Nissan's capability. It murders a lot of supercars, right? Or even can compete supercars. But from 997 to R35 it's like wow, the handling is like ooh, like very different. Of course, but I got a proposition for you, Sam. You're probably bored of your 997. That's why you're asking this question. So my
Yeah.
suggestion for you, Sam Yong, is look at that silver Boxster and get that silver Boxster.
No. Wow.
hey, hey, look, it handles sharp, right? It handles sharp. You can sell
Nah.
it, get extra cash. It
No,
handles sharp.
I
It
know what he
sounds
wants.
great.
I know what he wants. He how do I put it? He has mastered
No, no,
Porsches.
997 will not drive as nice as a 991 feels like a GT Cruiser already, lah. Don't
No,
yeah.
he has mastered his Porsches. Building up the speed, the way it corners, the way how it reacts and all that. I think he it's time to experience something totally different. And there's something that the R35 can do where all these entry level sports cars cannot. I'm just gonna call them entry level. It has devastating performance. You know the kind of performance where you step on the throttle, you feel
Power.
scared one. Yeah, the C4S, right? The C4S, you step on the throttle, right?
Yeah. You have
The
to carry
GTR
speed
is
in the corner,
gone
right?
already.
Yeah.
Yeah, the GTR would have.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know the day we're having dim sum, right? The
Mm.
GTR sounds good. The V6, right? Even the stock, right? It
Good.
sounds so good. Nobody does
I'm,
a fantastic sounding engine like no, it's like no one does it like Nissan. Like
you remember or not, Thomas, when we were at the Ferrari 296 GTB private unveiling for us, right? We start the car, we're like, hey, sounds not bad, V6. Then
uh,
a few days later, I'm like, what am I talking about? If the GTR is there, that is nothing, man. I mean, compared to a GTR. GTR sounds are just amazing. Okay, another thing, bro. He drives his 997 C4S, right? He see an A45 coming from behind. No matter how hard he tried, he would just have to put his signal to the left and let the A45 go, right? Now that in an R35, right, he can hunt for A45s. He can hunt 458s. Yeah, that's the difference. That's the
you got a point. You got a point. So you got two
yeah.
choices, Sam. You can go for that hunter and punch above your weight class. And yeah, it sounds unique, like the engine sounds good, lah, right? But it's so unfamiliar. It's like completely going from night to day, I feel, for you in your C4S.
Yeah.
But I would think a convertible would really change your experience of owning a car. Night one Boxster is Jiang, you read my mind, man. Oh, look at that ass, man. Look at that ass. Come on. Can we get some likes for this car? All right. Okay, let's move on.
I want to answer this question. He's been asking me.
What
Okay,
would you
quick
recommend
answer.
640i?
Nothing. Get the 640i. There's nothing in Audi that is comparable to a 640i.
This
Nothing.
generation 6 series, right? In the global world, global, this price range of Grand Tourers, they murdered everybody.
Yeah.
CLS, Audi A7, whatever,
Mm,
they dominated this space because it's just such a good car. Great engine, reliable, in the gearbox tuning so good, steering is nice. I
yeah.
mean, it's a 7 Series interior, you know.
Mm. All right.
Yeah.
What else? What else? What else?
Okay. Want to buy the new M4 G28? I mean, it's worth it lah. I feel yes, yes.
Yeah.
It's in a
Yeah.
good price right now. So I think
Yeah.
it's these are
Worth
the, these
buying.
are good times where we have such performance, right? Made available for such an interesting price.
Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah. Oh wait. Oh
Oh,
sorry. G82. Sorry. I keep thinking F80. I was thinking like F82, right? Sorry. G82. Ah.
700 ah.
Sorry, I thought it's F82, F78,
I
F82.
think Shiram Ganes. I think the price will come down very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. It will come down just like the
No lah,
M8.
now supply is low, man.
Sorry?
Supply is low.
Maybe, but I have a suspicion that it's gonna come down very fast. Like the M8s, they came in at what 1.4, 1.3, and then very quickly, you burn 500,000 gone. Look at the prices now, 866,000. You can get an M8. Uh, yeah, they're gonna come down very quickly. So I don't know, man. I mean, brand new BMW is selling about 780,000, but it's an
Yeah,
M4.
I think the only reason it's holding this
Business
price is the
car.
current like shortage of the cars. But I see a lot of them coming out on the road. There are more and more. They're getting populated quite a lot. In
But the
fact, I got
thing
a
is this,
suspicion.
Thomas, this kind
Hmm?
of price point, right? You are in the price point of being able to get a 458, a GT3, if you're lucky,
Yeah, yeah.
AMG GTS. You know, you are in
With
that
money to
kind of,
spare. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, on an M4, you can actually get an AMG GTS. You know, I mean, I'm sure the M4 is more practical, four
Faster,
seats and all that.
more
Yeah,
modern.
I would say the M4 when it comes down to say 500, then it's more worth it. 700,
You
I'm
know,
not
I
paying that
suddenly have an
money.
epiphany, bro. I have an
Huh?
epiphany.
Hmm.
For 800,000 ringgit, I would buy either a M4 competition if you like the previous gen M4 competition, or I will get an M2 competition, and the
Yeah,
excess money I will take
yeah,
and buy another more practical car.
exactly. I mean, exactly.
Yeah,
700,
I mean
800,000.
that is
There's a lot
exactly
of
also the
supercars to
challenge of
buy.
the price. Sorry.
This kind of price point, a lot of supercars to buy. Still
Yeah,
available
so
for loan.
one option is you can go and buy a supercar, a used supercar like a GT3 or 458 and stuff like that, right? So one option. The other option is you can still enjoy an M car, which I think probably the best M car in the F series, the M2 competition, with money to spare and buy a Boxster, right?
Bro, I just sent a car to Chiyang. Chiyang, you click this and
Right.
you open
So
up,
the
you show
point is that
everybody.
yeah, 700,000 is a tough, unless you really like it, like it's a tough bargain for it. You know, I'm sure it
Thomas,
drives
look at
really
this.
well. Bro,
It's a
is it you duty paid or not?
650S.
Duty paid or not?
Oh, Kedah Langkawi. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but okay lah. Duty paid should be 800,000 also lah, around there lah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What am I talking about?
Oh,
Sorry, guys.
Langkawi. Sorry,
Okay, good.
sorry.
Okay, so that's the dilemma of this car over here. But if you just want one car, I guess it fits the bill. You know, for me, I would spend 800,000 differently lah. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, I found a duty paid one, but it's 800 plus 650S.
yeah. That car's performance is visceral, but okay lah. Keeping up the car will be different, bro. Like maintaining the car
I
and
know.
keeping, yeah. BMW is more straightforward, more accessible performance as well. You can access the
True,
performance
very
way
true,
better. X Drive, you know.
very true. Still, 700, 800,000 is a lot of money. You can buy a
Mm.
Bro, I'm looking at a 911 GT3, bro.
Yeah, 800,000 you can get. There's one from Bespoke. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, 780,000, 911 GT3. And this car will hold its value, bro. It will hold its value there. And driving a GT3 is a whole different experience than a normal, normal performance car.
Yes. The engineering of when you get into this car compared to the M4, you experience like really like racing kind of like
It's
chassis building.
a totally
Yeah.
different thing. It's kind of
Just make sure you get this car that the engine has been replaced because the first series engines they had some issues, so they recalled and then replaced it. Then it should be fine. Yep, with the 10-year warranty.
mm,
Okay, so yeah, so I think there are better options lah. Like me and Bobby, either get two cars. Like me, I'll get an M2
yeah.
competition and get a Boxster, or Bobby will say get a GT3. Okay, let's move on. Bobby, I drive a current Mark 6 GTI and I'm looking for a fun car to replace it. Budget 250K. Considering either Mark 7 Golf R or Mark 3 Audi TTS. So what do you think?
You can try a TTS or you can also go the other way and try a BMW because a TTS and an MK6 GTI or a MK7 Golf R, they are more or less the same thing with more power. But with your budget, you can actually try an M4. I think you can get an M.
No, 250. That's a
Can
tough.
maybe top up a bit. I think you can get M4. M4 cheaper than M3.
Yeah, M4,
Yeah,
M4.
no? Can 268K. I'm looking at M4.
All right, yeah, yeah. I share
M4.
the same opinion as you, bro, because it's in the same. It's. I mean, the underpinning the chassis. Sorry, the platform comes from the Mark 7 too. So it's while it's differently done by Audi and stuff like that, but they're sort of like inside that
The same thing.
comfort zone. Yeah, yeah.
More or less the same thing. So try
I mean,
something
it's
different.
different, but it's not like
Yeah.
wow. It's really different. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Try something different.
Go
Your budget, you can go into M
for the
cars.
M class. Yeah.
Yeah, you can try it. All right. Wow, this is serious question. Fadli
Me and
Naim
my wife
Ibrahim.
is in argument whether to buy the RS6, wife's choice, or an F90 M5, my choice, as our dream car. Serious question, guys. Help me out. So Fadli is asking for help. Hmm. What we
Um,
always say, right? Pick what the wife likes, right?
yeah, the thing is for the new generation, right? RS6, right? First of all, it's very dynamic, and uh, they ride very similar, very comfortable. Uh, Performance on and I mean to help you out, you you buy something that the wife likes, then all right. I think for your use, I mean, when it's an M3 versus an Audi, right? Then the M3 is more dynamic, sharper, can attack corners, track day, and all that. But when you come to M5, it's more like straight line performance, daily comfort, and all that. So the differences between Audi and BMW when it comes to this level, provided you are Chris, who's that guy's name? Chris Harris or whatnot, sliding the tail out in piles of pillows of smoke, then there's a difference. But other than that, I think the and traditionally RS6 holds value way better than M5s. All right, so in this level, so both are great cars. I mean, the fact that you can afford these kind of cars, fantastic. I think the RS6 is more expensive, right? The new RS6 is way more expensive than
Yeah, okay.
should be. Yeah.
It should sit around the same price. Even new as well. I think you buy from
Or it's a million way. It's a million.
shit.
Then
Okay, take it back.
if you are talking about my generation's RS6, because it's still holding its value at like 450,000, 600,000, 600,000. Yeah, it's still about 500,000-600,000 for my generation RS6. Whereas the new one is 1 million. So maybe he's talking about my generation's RS6.
Yeah, half a million to half a million.
Yeah. Then the M5 actually drives better compared to this generation.
So I don't think it's a matter of like which is a better comparison. Like, so how I think as what to do, because now he already identified these two cars. What would you do? Because you know, get the RS6.
I would get the RS6 lah. I would get the RS6 lah. Yeah, the M5 is more stealth. Just tell your wife, this RS6 is old one. The new one already came out. This M5 is the current one. You tell her this one.
Try that.
Try to tell her this, because like the fact is,
and
the
show
M5,
the infotainment system. Show the infotainment system and stuff.
Yeah. It's the newer generation. You know. Show the 360 camera. Big difference, right? Show her all these things. Tell her that yes, it's about 500,000-600,000 as well, but it's actually the older generation, right? So maybe that can help you to the new M5. All right. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay. Quick one over here. Wait, there's another one over here before that. Okay. Andrew Chong is asking, would you guys recommend a Mark 6 GTI, Mazda Speed 3, or the Mark 3 Focus ST? All priced around the same, looking for weekend car with good performance and reliability. I think most reliable is GTI in terms of like, well, okay, all of them have their own issues. GTI also have their own like sensor melting and stuff like that. Mazda Speed 3 is not entirely super cheap also because there are a lot of parts the MPS don't share, right? You have to import from US and stuff like that. So, but the easiest to find part is the Mark 6 for sure. To find parts to replace them is the Mark 6.
I think cheapest to maintain should be the MK6 GTI. And but of course the gearbox will kacau you compared to the other two, because the other two are manuals, right?
Yep.
Focus ST has the best handling by far, and then the MPS, the Mazda 3, has the worst handling by far. In fact, it's the fact that so many people love it, right? Because the handling is so crap, it's so weird, and people like it because it's fun. It's like riding a cow, you know, a bull. You need to manhandle it. Yeah, the others are riding a horse. You know, the horse follows you. You know, so I mean, contrary to Jinba Itai, right? This one is, how do you say cow in Japanese? Man and cow, not as one. Yeah, it's a freaking cow. Yeah, the whole thing just want to.
But the fun comes in that. The fun comes in like you go in the corner, you're exiting. You're like, I need to watch my throttle. You know, like you have to tiptoe around the car. You know, pushy. Yeah, I get it. I drove our late Evo Club friend who passed away a couple of months ago or 1 month plus ago.
Yeah.
I drove his MPS. Yeah, that car needs a lot of patience.
Yeah. It's the kind of car where on a straight road you accelerate and then you hit people on the side because of the torque steer. Yeah, it pulls your steering wheel. So,
but I think, bro, go for the Mark 3 if you want something that's fun. Yeah.
The Focus. The Focus handling.
I sat in my friend's Mark 3 when I was in UK visiting. The way it goes around the corners is fantastic, man. It's raw. It's raw. Yeah. You dare to go into corners at certain speeds you feel that you wouldn't dare in a normal car. You know.
In comparison. All right.
And it makes the Mark 6 GTI feel mild. Like it's like eating curry and then go and eat like what kind of the tofu fa.
No, it's like you bring an Indian fella to go and eat Japanese curry. You'll be like, sweet flavor. It's like, what the fuck is this? That's not curry.
Yeah. All right, what's next? Should we go and play Dude Where's My Car? Because it's already 2 hours already.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are too many questions.
Okay, so
All right.
there's a few questions over here. Just a quick one. Wonderful Macintosh. Because it's a wagon, and somehow rather wagon has a more appeal in terms of long-term desirability. Short-term doesn't not so high, but long-term, I think it's the wagon thing. Yeah.
Somehow the RS6 has more street cred than the M5.
Yeah.
But
There's more street cred.
they're also rarer.
And there's so little, there's less RS, and because there's so many 5 series, the F90 does dull in that specialness, and the RS6 is like, well, if it's in Malaysia, if it's a wagon 60 about 8, well, Audi 6, right, 95% it is an RS6 already, right? That's why it's so special. Like it sticks out, Yeah. Okay, so let's answer this one.
Wait,
this one first.
Okay.
Iron XS should be a sensible guy and buy the Volvo XC40 20, good performance, fetch family, or screw the kids and buy Golf GTI Mark 8. This is not a matter about performance, I guess. It's a matter of like, with your kids and your can you put up with your kids? But I can tell you something, bro. The Mark 8 Golf GTI is actually very comfortable compared to, I mean, it's not super comfortable, but it's comfortable enough. Okay, so it's not that naughty. Your kids won't say like, "Daddy, this car is horrible." I don't think it will.
You know what's funny, Thomas? First of all, the XC40 has 5 seats. The MK8 GTI also has 5 seats.
Yeah.
And secondly, the backrest of the XC40 is not as comfortable as the MK8 GTI.
Yep.
So the MK GTI, right? They get a little bit less leg room than the XC40, but you mentioned your kids, so they won't feel a thing. So go get the MK GTI, all right? Go get that one and be happy.
I give you something. One more thing for perspective, right? Boot space. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, the boot space from Golf GTI is 374 liters. Okay, now the XC40 is larger. Yes, it's 70 liters larger, but it's not like super big difference. You gotta pack a little bit smarter. That's it. So it's not like small. The Golf GTI's boot is not small for a hatchback. Yeah. So I think if you like to drive fast,
seats.
So Iron XS, I don't think you'll be sacrificing the practicality at Golf GTI. In fact, Golf GTI is a family hatchback. Then they slot in performance in the car, right? Unlike the Megane, there's the other way around. They performance, then only they figure out the practicality side of it, right? So it's perfectly fine. You will do well in the GTI. Yep.
All right. Okay. How come so many people asking about Julia today? Please buy. But you know, you're getting a very special. You know for the fact that when it comes to servicing and all that, you need to find your ways to service it. For big issues, just go to Singapore. All right. Who highlighted this one?
What can I afford? FK8, my dream M2C manual. Is my only 2 cars in my life. Should I go one step at a time straight to my... Okay, let's answer this guy quickly and then straight away go to do where's my car. CL Chong, if you're listening, quickly type in what car you're driving right now. I know you tune into our shows often. Thank you for tuning in. What car you're driving right now? I can give you a better, I feel a better sort of advice going through this.
Bro, the pricing is very far apart, man. 100K.
Oh, M2C 420. 400 to 420. FK8, you know lah, it sits around 300. Yeah.
But
he's driving a Mark 6 Golf GTI. He's driving a Mark 6 Golf GTI now.
Oh, then you wait for a few months and save your way to an M2C manual lah. Right? I mean, down payment one is what?
10%
One is
because it's 4
30K,
doors.
one is 40K. It's only 10K difference. Oh no! It's a 2-door, bro. It's a 2-door.
Yes. Okay, CL, I got actually you have a point there. The FK does hold its value really strong. Okay. But the question is when it comes to a car like this, right? Okay, I think it's a good idea. Own the FK and work your butt off, right? But not within 2 years you change to M2C. Within 1 year you change to M2C. Work your butt off. And in that 1 year, get familiar with manual driving around. But I tell you what, when you drive FKA manual, you don't drive the BMW manual, it's like, whoa, what the heck? What's wrong with this manual? yeah.
But Thomas, you look at I'm only looking at Muda, right? There's like 30 over units of FK8R, 30, 40 units. So it's not like you buy immediately, you want to sell immediately, you can sell it. So, but up to you. I look at the prices, it's about 250,000 now, so it's pretty affordable. 250K you buy now, then you use for a while. Up to you. You can get a M2C manual. M2C manual, I don't think the prices will come down that quick. Yeah.
It's it helps when all the journalists around the world are praising M2 competition so highly, and then you got one over here like raving over M2 competition. So it helps to keep the value up, right? But Chong, CL Chong, work your butt. I think what the question should ask is that if this is your dream, bro, figure out how to work harder, how to increase your income, go for your dream. Don't settle for it. Don't settle. I think you'll feel like, oh man, I'm settling. Like, go for your dream. You know, it is what makes us work harder, work smarter. You know, ask for more things, ask for more help, do more. You know, don't aim it within 1 year or 6 months. Aim for it, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Right. There you go. Madness power, lol. Okay. We're done here.
Okay. Thank you so much for all your questions. We're now going into the next segment, which is Dude, Where's My Car?
Yep. And in this segment, we're just going to play a little bit because 2 hours of like talking and answering questions. Let's just change the pace a little bit, right? So, first of all, before we go in, let's if you felt this was helpful, look, we're giving our time for free, right? If you felt this was helpful, please at least give us some likes. Shout out for us for the next episode every Monday. I won't be here next week because I'll be in Greece, right? And Athens and south of Greece. But Bobby, Con, Thana is going to be here. So please help us smash the like button. That's all we ask for. We don't make money from this. We just love to talk about cars. And we just love to hear people coming and say, I screwed the Ativa and I got the Clubman, JCW. Or someone says like, bro, maybe CL come and say, bro, I listened to your advice. I landed a deal in 3 months' time. I got the money. I bought the M2 competition. Like, these are the things that we want to hear. This is why we do this, right? Yeah. So please like, share, subscribe, come for events. To support us. If you really want to support us, come to our events. That makes a huge difference for us. Your presence matter, right? So like the Southern Drive, Johor, participate. The future events, come participate, right? And Evo Enduro, Bobby, will it happen?
I want to say yes. I really want to go Thailand. I want to go Mae Hong Son. It's just the situation with the whole economy now. We need to secure some sponsors for us to plan the whole Evo Enduro Mae Hong Son trip because it's crazy. It's gonna be. I estimate it's gonna be like 12, 15 days. What are your thoughts? All right.
Yeah, bro. Why don't we just do this right now? Any one of you here know that somebody would like to have great media exposure through an event like Evo Enduro? I mean, it's probably 120 cars. I feel like this year if we do it, I'm sure a lot of people will sign up. And great exposure for brand. Contact Horizon. You would know where to find us. www.horizon.com. We would love to talk to it. If we can't go, I know lah, Bobby. If we can't go to Mehon Sot, at least let's do Phuket lah, bro. Right?
Okay.
Right? But it's
Oh,
great exposure. Great
yeah,
exposure
man.
for your businesses, right? And last year, like 2019, they have FMCGs coming in as well. So many different
Yeah.
brands coming in. So if you feel that your brand needs that exposure, and you feel like your target market are also car people, but I think it goes more than car people. It's a kind of feat that is not normally seen, right? So it's gonna get a lot of exposure, right?
Yeah, man. It was great, man. 2019.
Yeah,
Wow.
bro. Bobby, let me know how I can help. You want me to go and talk to people to sponsor? I'll
Yeah.
gladly do it because
All right.
I want, because Evo Enduro is a very important event for me personally. Before I go to it's very sentimental for me. I went alone, not knowing anyone. Right there, I only knew one person that was coming. His name was Jonah, but his wife or fiance back then got dengue, so I ended up going alone. Like I have no friends. Okay, I drove my M235i, and then they wrapped my car in this crazy livery, which looked awesome. Right, V Soya.
Yeah.
Who knew that? There you go. Blue color hair back then, right? V Soya
Yeah.
livery. Okay.
Look at the brands that came in, man. Sabati.
Yeah, and look, who knew V Soya oil can make the car look like a race car?
Helang oil.
Helang
Yeah.
can lah, but who knew V Soya can do it?
Yeah. And look at my car, police eyewear. Morning kiss. Morning kiss. That was my car.
Yeah, man, so cool. Yeah, so guys, if you know someone who wants a brand that needs exposure, or your business needs exposure, or your boss business needs exposure, this is a great way to get it. It's very different, but so many cars going up and down, lots of mileage on social media.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, let's make this happen.
Yeah, man, I miss it.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to take my Mini up. Not even Enduro. I'm gonna take my Spider. But I'm gonna try taking my Mini all the way to Thailand and back.
Ah.
All right. Yeah. So okay.
Sorry, Attila don't qualify for Evo Enduro. I'm so sorry.
There is a qualifying list, so do check it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to Dude, Where's My Car? So friends, this is a segment where me and the presenters and the people answer the questions. Just kick back, relax a bit, have a bit of fun. It's a great way to know new cars and a great way to laugh about it. We love to see how you pick cars. So basically, for those who are watching for the first time, we put two cars and then you choose. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Bobby, let's look at round one. Okay, round one is okay. Weekend car, like you have no weekend car right now. Let's assume you have a very plain and simple, maybe a Waja, maybe you have Ativa, or Myvi or Picanto or whatever, right? So would you pick this, Chiang, right?
Oh, R35.
Okay, so 2008, 2007 and 8, they price around 280 right now. For R35, they've been sticking there for a long time. Okay, or would you go for the latest from Gazoo Racing? Right, a GR86, both around the same price, 300K, a little bit less. Assuming, and you get manual, but less power. Okay, then of course less power and doesn't sound as good as GTR. Which one would you pick, guys? Let me know in the comments which you pick. Oh yeah, there's a little thing twist to this. You get additional 20,000 ringgit to mod your car on the GTR, where the Toyota is new and stock. Which one would you pick?
First of all, you can't mod much with 20K on a GTR, I believe, or just maintaining it. If you get a 2009, you're gonna spend more than 20K.
Assume the car is working like super good condition, like no issues whatsoever, right? And then you got 20K to do whatever mod you want. Yes, I know it's not a lot of money. I actually told Chiang put 50K. It's like too much lah. I said GTR mods I will go very fast on the money, right? But anyway, change rims. Oh, 15K gone already. Yeah, but yeah, which one would you pick?
Oh, you ask me,
Ah.
when it's not a convertible, then I will let no lah, the 86 drive 86 drives so well, and then enjoying my drive up Genting, and then a GTR comes from behind. Okay, I love the sound of the GTR, and I like the fact that my son can tell people, my dad has a GTR. And it's one of those legendary cars lah. And I really think that Nissan totally hit it right in 2009. It's one of those rare cars where 13, 14, 15 years down the road, it will still look like a concept car that will come in the next few years, you know? So I'm gonna go with the GTR, even though I know the GR86 is fun. It should be fun, nice to drive, and all that. But that's not me. That's maybe you, maybe Uncle YS and all that. Probably the GTR would suit me more. Yeah.
No, I heard something really funny. I was talking to Zen Lau on over breakfast a little bit on Sunday. I met him, bumped into him. So Zen Lau he's a racer, and he said he was driving his GT3 on track. His 991 GT3. It has 490 plus horsepower, and then he's pushing his car really hard, and suddenly from behind he can see the GTR lights coming. Then after a while, right, the car started like challenging him on the straights and overtaking him on the straights. And when the corners come, of course, the GT3 will catch up. And then after a few more straights, you cannot see the skylight, the GTR anymore. I mean,
that's a mad car.
Yeah, it can muscle out a race, a very sporty coupe, in a professional driver. That's the madness of GTR, right? That's what GTRs do. You tune it enough, you can go against racers for the pure sheer power. Godzilla is the right name for this car, lah. It really is.
Yeah.
And I gotta agree with you, Bobby. This is a car that is like after so many years, you look at it, it's like, damn, what a brilliant design and engineering from Nissan. Yeah. For me, I think it's straightforward. I will pick the 86. I favor handling always. I love shooting my gears. I love entering, cornering, and exiting at good speeds and stuff like that. 86 for me.
Bro, do you know when Nissan launched the GTR back in 2007, right? And then they went to. Did you know that Nissan and Porsche went on a PR spat? Did you know that time? So
it was the 997 GT3. Then the Nissan GTR came out, and then they have to glue the GT2 RS to fight with the
GTR came out, and then it was like it beat the Porsche on Nürburgring, and then Porsche actually issued like a statement, something along the line that they don't believe. They believe that GTR is cheating. They don't believe it hit this kind of time. And then the GTR did it again and beat their own time again. That was like the real start of everybody following Nürburgring times closely. Yeah, but of course,
the funny thing is this, no? So go ahead.
Of course, now every car maker went there and developed crazy times out of Nürburgring, because the thing is this. Last time when they do Nürburgring, right, it's really like they just go there regardless of the weather, a dry day, and then they drive, and then they got the time, they're happy. That's how Porsche has always been doing it. It's their turf, right? And then when the GTR went there and beat their time, all this. Now people understand one thing. I mean, this came from a racing driver. He told me this. He's like, you cannot look at Nürburgring times because the track is so long. Just 1 or 2 change in the weather can result in 4 to 5 seconds of different times. So it's that long of a track that you cannot look at the times that the cars achieve in Nürburgring as a standard, because it's just too long. So but it has become the trick for every car maker, to just go there and post ridiculous times.
Yep.
And yeah, even Porsche, when they launched the 991.2, and the GT3 of 991.2, they say that, oh, this car is faster than the GT3 RS, than the 991.1 GT3 RS on Nürburgring by a few seconds, right? I'm like, I think I did a post. I'm like, if on that day itself that Porsche did that time in the GT3, there is a 991.1 GT3 RS behind, I'm very sure that the GT3 RS would beat the GT3 purely on the wing alone. Just the wing alone, would have garnered it a significant advantage. It's about the time and day. It's not, yeah. So that's how Nürburgring is.
But the funny thing is that, what I like about this before we move on, the
Yeah.
nickname of GTRs are Godzillas. So they are kaijus. They are like monsters from the sea, right? And then, if you watch Pacific Rim, the human robots are called Jägers, which is in German hunters, right?
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting that it kind of falls in that. So I kind of like that whole
So
competition.
you look at this time, right? 7 minutes 8 seconds, right? This is the 2013 version of G. Back in 2007, the record-breaking one is 7 minutes 53 seconds. You just think about it, right? Is it 53 or what?
26, yeah.
This is what year? 2009. I think that there must be an earlier one. I remember it's close to is 7 minutes 50, around 40 or 51. It's like, you just think about it. Another 50, 60 horsepower, like 30 seconds faster. It's about the time and day, seriously, when they test it, Yeah, 7 minutes 38 seconds. 7 minutes 38. I think that's, I don't know. This one is another guy. Sorry.
All right.
So yeah.
So
that's,
yep.
no.
Epic car versus a car that is way more pleasant to drive around corners. So this is the dilemma between these two. But anyways, a lot of you, let's look at the comments over here. There are a lot of people like saying you must be crazy to pick the 86, blah blah blah. So it's quite interesting over here. Thanks for your participation, guys. Don't insult my GR86. All right. 86. Yeah, depends on personality. It really are two very different personality cars. Yeah. But the GTR is really, in its respect, such an epic car. But you're right, if you look at down the roads in 20 years, you would think that GTR was so like scary, and then the GR is like, yeah, good,
No, it's the kind of car that will be entered into the hallmarks of automotive history, development of automotive industry throughout the history. The GTR will be in there. The 86 won't.
Yep. All right. So we're done with this. Let's go to round number 2. So round 2, I didn't pick. This is Chi Young's doing, so I don't know what's coming out. Let's see what Chi Young has installed for us.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh, Porsche.
Wow.
This is a front engine Porsche. Ew.
It's an old Porsche. Porsche.
What? Audi?
Oh, that's the RS2.
Oh, RS2. Oh,
Audi RS2.
The legitimate RS baby. Man, it
Yeah.
looks good lah. It really looks
So
good.
for those of you who do not know, that era, Porsche is facing difficulty. So Audi threw them a project to help them financially. In fact, Mercedes also did it. Mercedes also threw them some projects to help their financial. I think it's E-Class.
Yeah.
Yes, the E500 W124. So the RS in Audi is actually the RS from Porsche, Rennsport. Rennsport. So Porsche actually lent or loaned or let Audi use the RS back then. Porsche basically took their Rennsport badging to put onto this Audi RS2. In fact, when this car launched, right, it's more expensive than the 911 of the same era. and it's fast. I mean, for its era, 380 horsepower, and yeah, it's a cool car. It's a cool car. One of our Evo Club members used to have it, right? CL. Alex Wong
Yeah.
also. Our colleague Alex Wong also used to have Audi RS2.
Ciel tell you the story. He drove it to Thailand, and the moment he reached back to Malaysia, the car broke down in Malaysia.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
such an epic car. All right. So
Yes.
what's next, Chiang?
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
let's go.
What? Lancia? Lancia?
Lancia by Ferrari.
Lancia Thema. Oh, Lancia Thema. Oh, wrong spelling. It's the Lancia Thema. MA. Lancia Thema. 8-cylinder, 32 valves.
Audi
Okay, the
RS2,
Lancia
bro.
Thema.
Audi RS2.
Yeah. The Lancia Thema is the first car in the world with a mechanical powered spoiler. Yeah, it raises up from the boot lid, and it predates the M5, I think. It's like the super sedan of its era. So make your choices, guys. Chiang, I think very, 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 very few people would pick a Lancia Thema over an RS2.
Look, Derek is here. RS2, 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 the four circle RS2, RS2. I mean,
Wow, Brandon
Brandon's
Lim
Lancia.
Lancia.
Brandon is Lancia.
You know why? I think he must be thinking, I'm not gonna suffer myself in the understeering front heavy Audi RS2. I want a rear wheel drive
At least the
Lancia.
Italians won't build cars that understeer.
Yeah. but I feel sad for Lancia. Lancia was a legendary car maker. Still the only car maker that won World Rally Champion 6 times.
Yeah.
The first car maker that used a wind tunnel to design their cars. The first of many. The first car maker to build cars using monocoque chassis. They invented monocoque chassis. Lancia is yeah, man. They are something, but sadly.
Yeah, they're front.
Oh
Yeah, front engine. Yeah.
no, this is front. Okay.
Yeah, FF. Yeah.
What Thema
like
predates
Italians,
this, right?
but Italians when they build cars, right? I mean, generally, like when they come to build performance cars, whether it's a saloon or they really build good ones. They really build good. Yeah.
It's gonna be
I
a
think the
hard
Audi,
sell.
I think the Audi.
Nobody would take the Lancia, I think.
Yeah. All right. So I think I've decided already. So Bobby, what you pick?
There's no challenge here. Of course, the RS2. No, you drive the Lancia Thema out, right? People are like, what's that? Mitsubishi Gallon, old Gallon or what?
Oh no! All Hokkien people say they look like a 懒觉.
Or people would think that it's a Lada, some Soviet era shit, right? But
It's not the best looking car. I mean, it does look a little bit like my 155.
It's downright ugly, bro. It's downright.
It looks like a 155 a bit, but 155 is way more handsome than this.
Oh my god.
No, it's just
Yeah.
it's like an American car like married into a 155 or something like that. So I don't know.
Oh, it's ugly, way, this car.
All right. Okay, let's move on. Round number 3. Okay, the round number 3 is okay. Some cars they go beyond just being automotive; they become art. So I want to imagine Bobby, like let's say, and you guys are watching this video. You are so successful, you have your own house, and this like you have your own garage, your man cave, and you have a place where you can put your cars and enjoy the art in your house, and occasionally take the art for driving. So which of these two British art would you pick? Let's see. The first one. Okay. Jiang picked the picture one. Okay, let's move on. Right. V12,
Ah,
right?
the new one. Oh,
The
oh, this
Speedster,
is
the
the
V12 Speedster. Mm,
DB what? Oh, V12
V12
Speedster.
Speedster.
Okay, okay. They just launched a new one, you know.
Yep, I know. But
Yeah,
let's just take this first, right?
yep,
A
yep, yep.
V12 Speedster. Or would you get another British work of art
Hmm.
coming all the way from a place near a lake? The
Ah,
Elva.
McLaren. This one looks like a spaceship, you know. It's like it doesn't look artsy. It's mm,
But it's a full carbon.
yeah.
And then you have the Aston Martin V12 Speedster, which I think has a more
The
classic
Elva.
Speedster looking face, more classic Speedster look.
What do you call the bulge behind the headrest
I have
for
no idea
speedsters?
what you call it.
That, you
Yeah,
know,
no,
in the V12 speedster, right, the two thing behind, the two bulging thing behind, right, are made of glass, and you can store your helmet inside.
really. Oh,
Yes, yes. I don't know whether
Aston
there's a
Martin, they
rear
do
view
they
or
do
not. Yeah.
ergonomics so differently, lah. I do Aston Martin, they really do. Oh, check out the Speedster. You have a separation between you and your passenger. You're both separated. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah. Look at that. But you can hold
yeah.
hands underneath, lah. You
The
can hold
rear,
hands underneath.
you can put your helmets inside the rear glass, which I think
Yeah.
is just
It's
absolutely
beautiful, bro. It's
clever,
beautiful. The
clever.
Elva, for some reason, right, looks better with the front sort of like windowish on for me, lah. Right? But I mean, okay, I didn't want to put Ferrari in here or like Italians here, but no, British, okay. But let's say you
Mm.
got to pick one of these two. Of course, you know lah. If you say British, Bobby will say Zagato already, and I will say Zagato like shooting brakes. But let's just say we put these two. You know, they're both speedsters ish. Well, look at that, man. So cool, lah. Yeah. What would you pick, Bobby?
Can I pick the Ferrari SP2?
Monza. Yeah, Brandon, we're not putting that in because obviously it's the most beautiful car among all these three. That's why I'm not putting it here. I want to make it tough. All right. Okay.
Or I can get an older one, the SLR Sterling Moss.
No. This one, these two. Pick these two.
What made me hesitate in the Aston, right? Because it's the 5.2 twin turbo. It's not the V12 NA, but it's the turbocharged V12.
Well, the Elva is
So
running a V8. You know,
yeah, true. I mean, it's the sound.
the Nissan inspired or the whole, the Nissan V8. You know,
The thing is, right? You look at these two cars, right? The Elva looks like you drove your 720S into a crash, and then you reverse out from the lorry. It's like, it literally just looked like the front that got chopped away instead of
no
being
lah, bro.
designed.
We saw it in person. It didn't look like a 720S.
I know. I mean, I saw it in person. Yeah, it's nice.
It's
But
beautiful. It's gorgeous.
I okay. The question is, which one looks more like an art piece, right? Then I would have to go with the Aston now. Yeah, but I don't know, man. Mm. Oh, this one, please. I would have this over the other two. The SLR Sterling
Over the
Moss.
Monza, even over the Monza SP2.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. For me, the SLR Sterling Moss is like, there's a side view one. Chiang, if you can find the side view of the SLR Sterling Moss. My God, that car is. Yeah, I'm gonna for this one I'm gonna go with the V12 Speedster. Oh yeah, the side view, the first picture, second that one. Oh look at the second one. Oh look at it. The exhaust on the sides. Oh
Looks like a torpedo, bro.
yeah, man. Oh, this is. Oh, car with digital cluster is not an art. Very true, very true.
True. I do agree with that.
Oh my god, you must first own an SLR McLaren to qualify. Oh shit.
All right, so you pick the Speedster lah.
I mean, out of
You know,
these
I like
two,
to,
lah.
you know, I like to pick sometimes a combination that really zha cow people, right? So this is one of them.
Yeah, man.
Okay. A lot of mixed questions over here. Mixed answers over here. Let's see. V12 Speedster because they don't burn itself. McLaren for chick and show off, AM for collector showroom. Elva looks better in my opinion. Aston has a passenger SOP rule. Interesting. Yep, that's true. You know,
The Aston, right? Your passenger can only give you a hand job, cannot give you a blow job.
why would you do it in a almost £1 million car, right? Why would you do that? Okay.
Oh,
I would go as okay. The McLaren that we saw in the showroom, that silver McLaren, I thought was
yeah.
gorgeous with the roof up. With the roof down, I don't know. It's something for the Elva just gone missing for me a little bit.
The windscreen is it?
Sorry, the windscreen away. Just something
Hey,
just more a bit.
yeah, you find one with the windscreen is quite ugly, you know, the windscreen, the angle is.
No, it's actually not bad.
Is it? Elva with the front.
But then it looks a bit it doesn't look that special anymore. That's the thing. It looks good, but it doesn't look as special anymore. Screw it. V12 Speedster. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Elva is
helmet inside the box, behind the hump there.
yeah, man.
Yeah. And
Jiang, just now you found the picture of the one housing the helmet, man. Where's that picture? The Aston, the rear glass, double hood. What do they call it? I need to find the name for that thing. What is that called?
hump.
The hump.
My humps. I love the lady lumps. Check it out.
Yeah.
Milk in my cocoa puff. All right. So Ian says Elva for the
Yeah, look at that. The helmets that come with
Brandon says roll hoop.
It's a roll hoop. Yeah. Aston finishings are another level. Interior finishings.
Yeah, really, bro. Yeah. Look at that, man. So
look
cool.
At that. Look at that.
So cool, bro.
Yeah,
Shit.
man. You drive the Elva out, right? You just do like, especially with the windscreen, you just do like.
The funny thing is that the Elva is 1.2 million
this one,
pounds, 1.1 million pounds. But they're around 1 mil lah. They're 1 mil pounds lah, plus minus lah, around there.
This is. Look at it.
Okay, so I picked the Speedster too.
Even the front even the front of the hood, bro. You look at the V12 Speedster, the front of the hood that goes all the way out and then comes back. It's so different from the Vantage.
Or the DB11.
Yeah, man.
Is it based off the DB11 or the Vantage? This one looks like.
I believe it's on the Vantage platform. Yeah, I think it's on the Vantage platform.
It looks good, lah. It looks good. I mean, of course, my favorite Aston Martin would be a Zagato. You know, the shooting brake Zagato with the lights, with the thing coming out.
Yeah, man.
Between these two, that's an art. If I buy that one, I'll leave it in my living room and then I'll just drink coffee and look at my car. You know, occasionally start the car.
Yeah, you just imagine you are in Concours the Elegance, right? And then this car parked there on the grass. You know, it's so classy.
Aston Martin Zagato shooting brake. Oh my god! Oh,
look at that!
Oh, that ass! Look at that ass, man! Look at those lights. The coach work on this car is like nothing.
Yeah, man.
Wow, so
Oh,
inspiring. Bro, you have a bad day, man. You come home, you open your door and look at the Zagato. It's like, oh, my life is so good.
yeah.
Okay, bro.
Oh,
It's really 2 hours,
hey
45
guys.
minutes. So next week I'll be taking a break because I'll be in Greece.
Yeah.
I'm heading off to southern Greece, and then in a Fiat 500. So it's gonna be exciting. 69 horsepowers. Yeah.
And then from Greece, you will fly over to Spain to meet Alex Wong, right?
Yep. So I go Greece. I go all the way to the south of Greece, and then there's this place called Gates of Hades, Gates of Hell. So I want to visit
Yep.
that place, and then many other places. I was trying to visit Sparta or the old Olympia ruins and stuff like that. Then I'll be flying over to. It doesn't look like that, bro. Chiang doesn't look like that. It looks very nice. It's called just right Gates of Hades. Yeah, look at that. So beautiful, right? They say they used to dump human bodies over there, so I'm not sure how to feel about that. But anyways, we're gonna go visit that in the daytime. In the daytime. If I don't
Bro,
come back, you know what happened to me.
if you can take a short flight to this island called Crete,
Crate, yeah.
Crete, Crete. I've been there on the Porsche Cayenne International Media Drive. It's a beautiful island. It's a
Yep.
barren island.
Yep.
There are very little trees there, and it's a barren island. It's very nice.
No, I'm not going to Crete. I'm going to this place
Uh,
called Meteora. So you can show everybody what Meteora is. So
oh,
after Spain, I'm going to Meteora. Right? Not
oh,
Linkin
you
Park,
fly
but
back
this
to Greece.
Meteora.
Oh, oh, the monasteries.
Yes, yes.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
the
anyways,
monasteries.
yes, I'm going to Mallorca because our colleague STM Alex STM Rock has a spider that's about to let go, and I can't miss the chance of driving, in my opinion, one of the best roadsters in the world, probably the top two roadsters or three roadsters in the world, in one of the most epic roads in the world, where Henry Catchpole himself drove that car
Oh,
in Mallorca. So I'm going to drive that and then
yeah,
fly back to Greece, spend another 3-4 days, go up to Meteora, spending just lepak at Meteora, just take it easy. But this time
nice,
going up to Meteora, I'm renting either a Fiat Panda or maybe another Fiat 500. We'll see. Yeah.
nice. Enjoy your trip, bro.
Right. So I won't be seeing you guys because I checked the timing is too far apart. I don't think I'm able to make it for the calls, the live session. But I'll be sending pictures and posting on the Horizon. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Cool.
when Thomas is flying off, in Greece, having a good time, me and Chiang will be driving down to Johor.
Nice.
So this Friday we're gonna have a big Evo Club meetup in JB. So Friday we will drive down to JB with Evo Club KL, Evo Club Penang, and then on the 26th we will drive down, and on 27th we will hang out and drive around JB with the group from Singapore and JB. In total, there will be about 100 and I don't know 110 or 12 cars or 115 cars, and then yeah, there will be close to 200 people all in, and we're gonna have a good time in Johor, and then on the 28th, some of us will go into Singapore and go to Dempsey Hill and look at the car guys, their car meet there, their morning car meet there. So yeah, so this is the itinerary page. Every drive we will actually create so that participants can actually use this whole guide during our trip to click on the Google or Waze or whatnot, to know where's the next spot to go. So this is our big drive this weekend. So and on Friday, I'm now considering on Friday to roll off later than the whole group, because Friday morning is my daughter's orientation, her first day in year one. So I'm contemplating now. Maybe I'll go to Tri Station, meet everybody, then I come back and then I go to her school to go through orientation with her. Then only I rush down to JB myself to meet the whole group. I don't want to miss it lah. Her first day in year one, so I don't know. We'll see. Just as a father, I just don't feel like I want to miss it. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much to every one of you. If you enjoy the session, I mean, we feel great that every Monday we can help so many people who are actual car buyers who want to, who want to buy cars, and we're glad we were able to help. And thank you so much, Thomas. Thank you so much, Chi Yang.
Oh.
All right, guys. See you next week. And Thomas, I hope you have a safe flight, safe trip, collect more memories, do more crazy stuffs. Yeah. All right.
I'll try
Bro,
to I try the handbrake park in the Fiat 500.
yeah, and when you see the monks in the monasteries in Meteora, can you help us do this? So it's ass.
Bro, you know the monasteries, right? I tell you this, right? They are so hardcore. They have a rope between the cliffs, and they sit in a basket and they pull themselves across.
My God.
You don't need to do any of this. They're solid. All right.
All right, man. See you all.
Good
Take
night,
care.
everybody. Ciao.
Good night, everybody.